Yo, what's up gamers? It's your boy Marcel and welcome to another live stream. Don't forget to like, rate, subscribe, comment, share this thing everywhere and comment about my terrible impression of some kind of YouTuber. I just can't do that. At least not without heavily scripting it beforehand or practicing. It just doesn't fit me at all. To be fair, I thought about doing that like halfway the intro song, so it's not like I really planned that at all. The comment that inspired it was whoever said, "What's up gamers?" But welcome to another live stream. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the Prime sub, Man Bear Pig Central. So you're blaming me again. I'm always blaming you, Slime. I mean, there's no way something's not your fault. Let's face it. Wow, that was eerily accurate. Even me saying everything's your fault. I didn't know that quote was a thing. There are a lot of quotes. I don't remember all of them. Oh, thank you for the 5 months, the Dutchie Gamer. Evening, Mr. Volt. It's been a while since I caught one of your streams. It has been, but welcome back. Not gonna lie, that's why I subscribed, because you're not like most YouTubers. To be honest, you say I'm not like most YouTubers, but it really depends on what you watch, because most YouTubers I watch, well, pretty much all of them, are, you know, more like me. They don't use overly clickbait. Well, sometimes they do, but then they deliver. And they don't, you know, use shocked faces always in the thumbnail and stuff. So, it just depends on what you watch, I suppose. Thank you for the 2 months, Nicholas1990, and thank you for the 100 bits, Slime. I love you. Was waiting for the Raid Shadow Legends advert. I completely forgot about that. They have approached me, like 5 times, but I said no every time. Thank you for the Prime sub as well, MDB4759. A lot of subs already. We got a little hype train going on. There's another hype thing, by the way. We are gonna have a new mod. And that is... Hang on, can I do this? How... Okay, how do I do this? I don't see the... Or can I only do this in Twitch? Oh, thank you for the 100 bits as well, Voodoo 3. So I want to make someone mod, but I don't see a button to do that anymore. Which is... Oh, there we go. I need to do it on Twitch. There we go. Kangi is now a mod. Which is fun. So let's all say congratulations to Kangi. Well, you know, congratulations. He's a good user. So I'm happy to have him on the team. Usually I have to work now, but I got off today. But I watch the VOD here or on DOS every time. Well, nice that you can catch a stream live now as well. But thank you for the 100 bits and this agent, and thank you for another 100 Slime. It's funny because some people asked, you need to work on Sunday? Which is funny because you're watching me stream. I am currently working. You know, streaming one of your favorite video games for a living, well, more like a side job, but still part of my living, may seem like, you know, it's not work, but it is work. So, yeah, I work every Sunday. Like, the past year, there's been like 1 or 2 Sundays that I haven't worked. Also, I finished writing a video and recorded a video today. It's snowing. Well, unfortunately not here. I would like some snow, but it's currently like 5 degrees all the time, which is too hot for snow. You have fun work. You say I have fun work, and that is true, obviously. I really like doing this, but it's not like I'm always jumping to stream. Like, sometimes I don't really want to stream that night, but I have to. I mean, no one's gonna tell me off if I don't. other than you, and if I can just come up with an excuse that I'm not well, but that's not very nice to do. Thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs line. You're at 84 now, closing into 100. Thank you very much. So yeah, obviously I love doing this, but sometimes you just don't want to do that, even if it's your hobby. But I still do it, and whenever when I'm doing it, it's always fun. So that's absolutely fine. But tonight I was really looking forward to the stream. Most nights I look forward to it. So what we're gonna do today is, I wasn't really feeling the Giga Park. So we're gonna do Ghost Town, which is quite a difficult scenario. But I thought it would be nice to just play through it with nothing. I did it before. Hey Max, thank you for the 100 bits. We have a new mod friend for you, Kangi. Oh, thank you for the follow, CD Music TV. So I did Ghost Town, I think on my my second live stream or something on YouTube, which was like 3 years ago now, roughly. Well, almost. So it's been a while, so I'm just gonna do it again. And there we go. Ghost Town, you can all see the goal at the top of the screen. We need 10 different types of roller coaster with at least a length of 1200 meters, which is about 4,000 feet, slightly less I think. And, an excitement rating of at least 7. So, it's a bit quiet here. So before we get into anything really, let's make some noise. Ah, there we go. So last time people said that they couldn't really hear the sound all that well, so I turned it up. I didn't change it, but let's just ask again. Can you hear the music from the merry-go-round? Obviously it shouldn't overpower my voice, but basically is the sound good? Don't have to work today because of the snow. Glad I could catch the stream. Nice. Okay, sound is good, thank you. So, this is Ghost Town. There's honestly not too much to it. Scenario, we have a little town here. And, you know what? Usually I destroy this town. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna destroy a little bit of the path in the middle though. I'm just gonna make it like that, which makes it a lot easier to navigate. And that's good enough. And another one. Perfect. Hey Kneecap, how you doing? Drown a guest of your choice. Guest 1. Well, we don't have a guest yet, and I'm not sure if it will be guest 1. It might be a higher number, but I'll drown the first one in the park. So we only have these coaster types available, so we need to research a lot more. Let's just put that on roller coasters only. And, oh yeah, the park's not open. Well, it doesn't really help now, does it? I was wondering why we didn't have any guests yet. But yeah, that's the reason. I've been really hard at work with my new scenario in the past week. Spent nearly all of my free time on it. Close to done though. Well, if it is fit for a live stream, no, we talked about it already, but if it's fit for a live stream, I'll gladly play it. If it's too difficult, it might not be very fit for a live stream, but we'll see. Thank you for the 3 months. Who is Zikach? I appreciate that. Do we have guests now? We do! And it's guest 15. Now that's almost one. You know what? Let's have a little bit of fun. I want a river that I can drown guests in. So let's make it a river. And thank you for the 100 bits, Piscariate. How are you doing, Marcel? About to snow over here in the eastern US. Thankfully, I'm off early today and tomorrow. Just happy to see you. I'm happy to see you as well. I'm doing quite well, actually. Okay, let's make this transparent. That's much better. Okay, I'm gonna fill up the rest of the river later. Because it's too expensive. How How much can we borrow? 20k. Ah, nah. We can spend that now. That'll be fine. I'm just gonna overcharge a lot. And will be more than fine. Is this part of the base game? Yes. Not even the expansions, just the base game. Okay, you go away. And then we'll do more water. Hang on. Oh, it's under the bridge. Under the bridge. Any more? Ah. Sneaky little bastards. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna quickly enable sandbox mode. And I'm even paying for it. Paying a lot for it, because I didn't mean to do that. Now we also have the river outside of the park. Beautiful. And no more transparent. Oh, nice to have you here, BR Knife. BR Nilve. Welcome to your first stream. Alright. Let's build... You know what? Let's build one of these, because that's a good money maker. We can build it like this. We can build the road in between the buildings. Well, the road... It's just an exit path and an exit. But you know, it's a road. Let's launch it a lot faster. 96? Is that good enough? We can go even faster. Go 104. That seems good. Yeah. Alrighty. Is it paper right? Yes. And I am abusing a certain plugin. Awesome music. I'm loving this. Paper rights. It's a little bit different, but it's almost. Thank you for the 100 bits, Major Geeks. Don't forget to drown that guest. I've already done that. There's the proof. Guest 15 has drowned. Okay, you know what we don't need? Is we don't need the soft guest cup. Okay, like, it won't hurt us either. Let's just keep it. 110 at the moment. Let's just advertise. But first, let's build some stalls. So that we can also advertise for them. You can drown more guests if you want. Not yet. You know, I need to keep up the park rating for now. Later, when the drowning guests won't impact the park rating anymore, then I'll drown more guests. Or, you know, just do the... Once the channel point reward is enabled again. You can just force me to do it. Would you do a stream where you use the plugin to enforce ask alright a really good value, make it a challenge? You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. Why not? That means, for those who don't know, if a ride is at a quarter or less of its maximum price, which in this case is $4.90, because if I disable this, we go to 1980. When I enable this, we go to $4.90 again, and we only go to there we go, to 30 cents on the merry-go-round. Then guests will think it's good value, and they'll be happier. But it's only a fourth, so it's not a lot. Well, $4.90, you know, still plenty. Thank you guys for the hype train. Choo choo. Okay, I got the advertisement done. Let's build a small vertical drop coaster. So, this is sort of a tutorial for Ghost Town. I had an idea to actually make a proper tutorial video, because, you know, ain't nobody got time to watch a 3-hour live stream just to beat Ghost Town. But this is sort of a tutorial on how to beat Ghost Town, I suppose. And what I'm gonna start with, well, I've wasted a lot of money on the river. That's not something you should do, by the way. But yeah, you know, 10k that cost me. But what you start with is just small, efficient coasters. And, you know, once you have a park going, you have a lot of money in income, then you can start thinking about building the coasters that you need to beat the park. But, you know, it takes a while. Gedang, 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 gedang. Isn't that a song by, like, I don't know, Frans Bauer or something. One of those Dutch artists. I remember my my grandma listening to it like, I don't know, 15 years ago. Guus Meeuwis. Close enough. I don't know Dutch music, so close enough. Alright, there's our first little coaster, which will be quite efficient. Did the same thing with my river. Also at the start, because if you build a very profitable park and you do it later on, it's basically no money at all. But if you do it at the start, it can be quite impactful. Your bank balance. I already got 190 guests. I mean, advertising is very strong. I really like this element where you do a loop and then you just go up with two small banked sloped turns. And then you just go through the loop with another turn. It's really nice, like a 360 looping, 360 loop shot, or whatever you have in Call of Duty. I used to be really into sniper battles in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, like 10 years ago. I'd be doing like quick scopes and 360 drop shots, and at some point I had like a 360 drop shot. Wall bang, no scope, or whatever. You get like a million different adjectives to describe whatever amazing lucky shot you just did. It was great. It was a lot of fun. Just hang out with friends, being like 14, 15, and it's just amazing. Name a guest, Marcel Vos. At the start of Twitch, start of my streaming on Twitch, we used to name it like Marcel the First, Marcel the Second every stream, but we quickly stopped doing that because that was too much to keep up with, and just the joke was old after about 10 times. Alright, let's do more ads. Modern Warfare 2 and 3 were the best. I agree. You can find an old channel of mine which still has a Modern Warfare 3, what's it called, montage, which I made myself of my own plays. And it got like no views. And at the time, I was the typical, young guy who just wants to start YouTube and become big. And I was like, yeah, I'll just make this montage of me playing the game without any commentary, or it's not, it's good gameplay, but not great gameplay or anything, without any commentary, and it'll go big. I really thought it would go big. Obviously it didn't. I think it still doesn't have 100 views, like 10 years later, which is expected. At the time I was very naive. Color right of your choice. Can you make the coaster yellow with white supports? I can. Aren't all of your other videos basically montages of you playing RCT? Pretty much. But it's funny because I follow a subreddit called NewTubers, short for new YouTubers. And there are so many folks on there who just think that they can, play Minecraft for 20 minutes or play, I don't know, there was one guy who played Bloons Tower Defense for 20 minutes. And he just recorded it and just put it on YouTube. No voiceover, no editing. It wasn't particularly great gameplay, it was just, standard gameplay. And he was wondering why he didn't get any views. Is it that one? That's not mine. No, that's not me, that video. Hang on. Spiral slide one. Oh, I need to build that one. Drown guest 25, but name it Studs first. Alright. Hang on. I want to do signature spiral slides. I don't have a straight path long enough for it, so I'll do that later. Let's see. 25 Studs. He is called Marcel though. Yeah, I'm not the only person on the planet called Marcel. There you go. But Modern Warfare 3 had theater mode, which was pretty amazing, because, at the time I wasn't I hadn't like any experience editing videos, but with theater mode I could make it work. Which is pretty cool. Let's see, is it long enough? Otherwise I'll just, you know, reroute the path a bit, which will be fine. Only Marcel I know, so you're my Marcel world. Yeah, I've known a few more Marcels. There was another guy from my village with the same name. There was also the father of a friend of mine. Also had that name. Oh, that actually fits perfectly here. 6 spiral slides. Nice. There's also a Dutch speed skater with the same name, Marcel Bosker. So yeah, there are quite a few Marcels. What would your name be if you were an alcoholic beverage? What? I don't know. Marceltini? I didn't expect to get that question. Is Marcel Vos your complete name? Would you also like to know my mother's maiden name and my PIN code? No, but that's fine though. I've said my middle name before online, so that's fine. My middle name is Reinier. Pet's name. I can say this, it's Pookie. It's not really my pet, but doesn't live at my place. It wasn't my first pet, so that's absolutely fine. I've not used Pookie for any security questions. Okay, did you find it? I think you did, you know. Yes, you did. 50 views. 2 likes. Nice. Yeah, no voiceover. I mean, I was too shy to use voiceovers when I first started my Roller Coaster Tycoon channel. Do you think there was any chance of me doing voiceovers 10 years ago? This is not gonna happen. Even more than 10 years ago, I think. It was like 2010 or so? 2011 I did that? I'm not sure. Let's make this orange. Peter Vos 9 years ago. Oh yeah, that was my brother. Lol. Name a ride of your choice. Alright, go ahead. Pompeii. And yellow. And Gren. There we go. Can you change the numbers of the spiral slides so they are not in order? That might annoy some folks. Sure. After I'm done coloring these. That's really specific. But it is funny. Let's see. Purple. Okay, you're gonna be 7. I'm not gonna keep 7, but that's the... You can't have the same name twice, so I have to, you know, take 1 out of rotation first. This one's gonna be 3 then. And we got 2, which can be on the end. Then the first one... Let's see, then 6 can go there. And... 5 can go there. And then we have 4 for this one. There we go. Nice. Is that Marcel singing? Yeah, there. If I didn't see it. If it's We Will Rock You, then yes, it's me singing. And pretty adeptly, if I say so myself. No, it's not very good. I'm a better singer now. I'm still not great, but at least better. At least I can keep tempo better. Like, I can sing... I can... you know, it's hard to judge it for yourself, but I think I can sing pretty alright for someone who has never had any kind of training or any kind of really practicing it. Which means that if I do karaoke, I'm not terrible. Are Rise the same as guest names, where it allows both Spiral Slide 6 and Spiral Slide 6? I don't know. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so if I just do this cap, and then this is 3. Yes. If I just do this as 3, it shouldn't work. Yeah, see, it doesn't work. Capitalization indeed does matter. I didn't know that. You call your Queen cover band King. Yeah, I think that was my idea. It's a pretty good idea, I think. We're spending a lot of research, or quite a lot on the research at the moment. But we are slowly making more money every month. These spiral slides are probably a terrible investment, and we're kind of poor at the moment. So, yeah. Maybe I need another launched freefall, because they are cheap money makers. This is probably a lot more realistic, this gameplay, than what I usually do, since usually I just, you know, make tons of money because I make everything overly expensive. But this is how a lot of people play when they first play. Or, you know, 10 years after they started playing, maybe still. 10 years after I started playing, I still used to price things like this. And yep, 86 should be fine. If not, then, you know. Any go-to karaoke songs? Yes. Radio Gaga and Tie Your Mother Down. I would do a lot more, like, Nightwish stuff, but the karaoke bar, at least that I go to, doesn't have any Nightwish, and I don't think a lot of karaoke bars have Nightwish. Which is a bit unfortunate, but that's the reality of listening to metal. But I really like Queen as well, and they do have a lot of Queen. And about, I don't know, like 7 years ago or so, I was 18 at the time, yeah, but, you know, 7-8 years ago, I used to be massively into Queen. Like, I knew pretty much all of the songs. I knew almost all of the lyrics of all of the songs. Except, you know, maybe some fairly obscure ones, like, I don't know, You and I, or something like that. And I still, you know, the famous ones, the big ones, I still know pretty much all of the lyrics. And if I don't know the lyric, you know, they're always provided by the karaoke, by screens in karaoke bars. Then if I just get the lyrics, I'll be able to sing them right, because, you know, I know how the tune goes. Which is very different than when I did Living on a Prayer from Bon Jovi. Because I know how the chorus goes, obviously. That's why I did it. But I didn't really know how the verses go. But I was still able to do the verses somewhat fine. But then it came to the bridge, and I was like, is there a bridge? If there's a bridge, I will not have any idea how it goes. Luckily there wasn't. It was just, well, an instrumental bridge, I suppose, and then it was just another chorus. So I was surprisingly fine. Listen to the Freddie Mercury tribute concert. Yes, that's the best. That's my favorite version of Tie Your Mother Down. With just Slash at the end and Brian May dueling on their guitars. It's just amazing all around. Favorite Nightwish song? Wishmaster is yours. That's a pretty good song, but for me it's a bit too... Oh, I don't have money. I'm poor. A bit too generic, I suppose. Wishmaster. It's very catchy. It's a bit like, you know, I Wish I Had an Angel, or I Want My Tears Back. They're catchy, they're great. But for me, they don't really have any kind of deeper meaning. And for that, The Poet and the Pendulum is my favorite Nightwish song. Because there's a lot of meaning there. A lot of meaning, also personally relating to me. And it's just great. Thank you for the sub. Ecstatic Pancake. That's a great name. How's the scenario going? Thank you for the 7 months, Kuro the Divine Heir. Scenario's going poorly. But in the sense of poorly that I am poor. I've maxed out the loan. I've spent 10k on making this river, which probably wasn't the best idea, but, you know. And now I'm trying to get by. Also only charging a fourth of what you can charge for the rides, which makes it, you know, a bit more difficult. You said you like metal. What are some of your favorite groups? How long have you been at it? Like 25 minutes. Not even 20 minutes. Metal favorite groups. Metallica. Well, Nightwish is my favorite. Then, you know, you got Metallica, Antiferrum, Winter Sun. Sometimes listen to a bit of what is called Within Temptation or Dragon Force. Oh, I've missed a tile there. That's important. I'm almost in the positives again with money. You know what? Let's stop research for a bit. When I'm in the positives, I can fix this. Should only cost me like 5. We are making a lot of money for the ride, so we'll be fine. Okay. There we go. Oh, 25. That's more expensive than I thought. Land is 5 if you only do a corner. Well, in OpenRST2 it used to be 20. We're able to charge for the park entrance as well. No, but if I did, I would only be able to charge a fourth of what I'm currently charging, which would be a 16th of the max price. Thank you for the sub, by the way, Sanrep Shackleford. That's also a great name. Can you show the park rating inspector? Sure. There we go. I'll make it a bit bigger for you. We have the maximum, well, pretty much a maximum from happy guests. I think 500, yeah, the 500 is the maximum. Average ride uptime, we have the maximum. Guests, we don't have the maximum yet because we don't have enough guests. Total ride intensity, we have not the maximum either. You know, these we are pretty close to the max. And then total ride excitement, we're not even close to the max. And the others are only negatives, and so the maximum is 0, which we're pretty close to. Should check out Astronoid. I've never heard of them. They're pretty good. What kind of metal are they? Not that I judge or anything, but you know, there are certain types of metal that I'm less likely to like. Where are you from? Can't you hear it? Can't you hear it from my very thick accent? I'm from the Netherlands. Let's see, how fast is it going there? Oh, no, that's too fast. Do you know the Diablo Swing Orchestra? No. I do not. The genre name is Dream Trash. But I don't think the name is really representative of the sound. I've never heard of Dream Trash. Is it like trash metal, like Dream Theater, but more trash metal? Or something like that. Do you ever wish you lived in another country? Not really, to be honest. I mean, there are a few countries that I would like to, you know, potentially live in, like Norway or something, like Scandinavian stuff. But no, I'm pretty happy with the Netherlands. Come on, almost 70. Ah, we're in the negatives again because we paid our staff. That's not very, you don't make a lot of money by paying your staff. Fire all my staff. That's not a bad idea. Thank you, Slime. You know what, I still have useless entertainers. How difficult would you say this scenario is? Fairly difficult. I mean, I'm making it unnecessarily difficult for myself at the moment. But, you know, I'd say this scenario is fairly difficult. Come on, I just need 70. Yeah, we paid our staff, Marcel said begrudgingly. I'm like Jeff Bezos. And now we have to build... We have plenty of money actually for exit and entry paths. Alright, that's another ride done. This should be able to get us quite a lot of money. Unless lateral G's are a problem, which they aren't. Good. Musica! Maybe the good value challenge is better suited for an easier scenario. We'll be fine. We'll absolutely be fine. It just takes a while to get going. Also because of the waste of money. Also, it's funny because, you know, I'm like Jeff Bezos in Roller Coaster Tycoon. In real life, I'm, well, maybe not the opposite of Jeff Bezos, but I'm not very much like Jeff Bezos. There was a question on Reddit today, and these questions are nothing new. There was like, would you give up getting drunk and smoking? And I would just interpret that, would you just give up, you know, drinking and smoking? Or was it getting drunk and getting high it was, but let's say, would you give up drinking and smoking for $1 billion? And pretty much all the answers were, of course I would, what a stupid question is that, $1 billion is, like, more money. My answer is no. Which is funny, because I don't really drink. I drink maybe like 10 glasses of alcohol a year, so giving that up is not an issue at all. I've never had any kind of cigarette or weed or anything of that, yet I still don't want it. I don't want $1 billion. Not because of the exchange rate, I don't want €1 billion either. Do you have any idea how much stress that gives? Like, obviously it would, you know, people would... You can't keep that a secret, that you're suddenly a billionaire, so people would know. You might need, you know, you can't do anything you want. I can't just, you know, go karaokeing with a lot of people again. Because I would probably need security and stuff. You give most of the money away to good causes. Yeah, but you can't, can you just suddenly give $1 billion to, I don't know, UNICEF or whatever? But, you know, then you still probably first need to get some kind of lawyer or whatever, or, I don't know, people to help you process that, you know. And I don't want to spend the effort on that. It's probably quite a lot of stress that comes with that. I don't want that. I don't want to deal with that. I'm happy as it is. I mean, there are a lot of things that could be better in my life, but that's not solved with like just $1 billion. Which is funny, because if you asked me would I do it for $1 million, I would probably say yes. But not for $1 billion. I want this Dodgems. Actually, I don't want it. It's a terrible financial investment. You know what I want? I want the tiny maze. There we go. Oh, and you know what I also want? I also want... whoops. Apologies for that burp. I also want an info kiosk. Yeah, I don't have one actually. And then we're obviously gonna do the $20 thing. Can I hire staff again? I would like that. I can't. Because we're about to get a really much of a lower park rating according to all this. Would you like $1 trillion? I would kind of like $1 trillion, just because that would upset the global economy. And that would be interesting to see. Just, you know, have my bank account have $1 trillion there. I don't want to twit. You know, I keep building flat rides out of habit. But I shouldn't build flat rides, because then guests are being wasted on flat rides. Okay, I can hire staff again. Let's just quickly hire a lot to clean the park and just fire them all again before it's payday again. That's a good strategy, right? That's not illegal at all. Alright, let's keep 7 handymen around. That's a magic number, isn't it? There we go. You can charge about 4 for a reasonably sized splash boat. Splash boats ain't a bad idea. Let's build it. You know what? Let's not build it there. Let's first build some extra path around here. before I lock myself in. You don't want to block yourself in. I've done that a few times. Well, not really recently, but in the past, and it's not great. It gets annoying quite quickly that you've done that. How long have you been playing RCT? For around about 20 years. Not all the time, you know, especially back in the day on and off. But yeah, quite a long time. Let's see, can I build another coaster? Do I have the funds for that? We're slowly making more money. You know, we made almost 4,000 from rides last month, which is pretty good. And we're slowly getting more guests as well, even without advertising. I love all your videos. Well, thank you. Yeah, you know what? Let's build a Virginia reel. I like a Virginia reel. It's quite a cacophony of music, which is nice. It's not quite as loud as the overcrowded Forest Frontiers, but it's quite loud. I like the Egyptian music on top of everything. There we go. And then... no, I can't do that. What I can do is that. And hope that it doesn't go too fast there. It probably doesn't. I really like it when you show statistics of this park, like the rating inspector or the finances. Now that's funny, because usually I don't really pay too much attention to those. At least, you know, the rating during my live streams. But I guess those things can be very interesting. And ding, even if we get an intensity penalty for G's, we'll be fine. This thing will have a low intensity. Would you ever design a real-life coaster? No, because I haven't studied for that. It would probably be terrible. I mean, I would probably be a better coaster designer than just some rando off the street. Your average random person. Because I have some experience with building roller coasters and, you know, watching videos about real-life coasters, you know. YouTube channel Coasterbot, for example. But I would still not be great. So yeah, these are the finances, by the way. We made more than 1,000 euros last month, even though we still spent quite a bit on landscaping and rides. So, you know, we're doing well. The park is developing. And we just got another coaster, which has good stats, which is nice. Last month, when you didn't have staff, I still paid some in staff wages. I still had staff for a little bit of the month. Can you name it the Virginia Real? Virginia is for real lovers. Sure, but then it can still be renamed by a point reward. There we go. I'm hoping for some rain, by the way. Oh, I'm gonna play some extra info kiosks, so that guests can quickly reach an info kiosk in case they need to buy an overpriced umbrella. Just build the cheapest 10 excitement coasters possible several times in a row. That's how it works IRL too, right? 10 excitement. You don't need 10 excitement. I've left the reins down in Ghost Town. Put a nearby exit that says no entry. Yeah, that doesn't really work. Name the park. Alright. Does it rain in this scenario? Probably. Sometimes. Let's build a splash boat. I want the station here. Okay, I haven't got the name for the park yet. Oh, the merry-go-round's broken down. This is probably a terrible idea, this splash boat, but we'll be fine. How does this scenario rate on the difficulty curve? Well, it's an expert scenario. right? Let's see. Yeah, it's considered expert. And it's the third to last, or third to last, which is fine. Goes down stream 2022. In what's the name of the tallest mountain in the solar system? Isn't that like Mount Olympus or something like that? Which is like 24 kilometers on Mars. Can you say the Giga Coaster? In a very epic voice. Name the park Fortune 500 Club. What? Radiation danger. Alright. Fortune 500 Club. Radiation danger. That doesn't fit. I'll just do radiation depth. That's all that fits. Olympus Mons. I was close enough. Oh, thank you for the sub. Vlaams verstand. Aha. Zijn we Vlaams here? I shouldn't try to do a Flemish accent. You know what? I'm going underground for a big drop. Hang on. Did you just copy that entire... That's weird. Anyway, I'm gonna go underground in another one of my terrible financial decisions. But I want to. There we go, now we have a big drop. Oh, this is too deep. Dang it. There we go. Terrible financial decisions with Marcel. Should be a TV show. You are too north for a Flemish accent. Ah, ben ik dat wel eens, Zinneke? That's just awful. Okay, you know what? Let's first do 2 S-bands and a photo section. Because then we are lined up. And I think, yeah, we need to go 5 units up. This all perfectly fit. What's your favorite type of drop? I love honing. It's a nice interplay of Dutch and English. I don't eat a lot of... It's licorice. Drop is licorice, by the way. I don't eat a lot of licorice. I don't know what my favorite would be. I have soft G and hard L. Wait, there's such a thing as a soft L? Or a hard L? What's the difference? Okay, come on, I need to... Oh, land's not right. I was like, I need a little bit more money, but no, land's not right. Alright, now I can get at it. It's a... Just don't have the space. And... There we go. It's a carnival song. Oh. I was thinking about maybe it stands for that. But I was like... Maybe not. By the way... if you don't know what that means... you know, where in English you would say I have a hard D. That's, in Dutch, that's a hard L. Let's just keep it like that. When I was a kid in elementary school, my friends would always tell me, okay, Max, you know, give him a timeout. Would always tell me BS stories about crap that's supposedly done. Like one kid claimed to have shot a chopper out of the air with a gun. Yeah, sure. So at some point I was done with it, decided to give him some of their own BS. I convinced them I designed the coaster in Walibi using Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. I showed the pre-built park and was like, oh, you didn't know? Nice. Thank you, Max. Let's see. What shall we build? This thing should make us a lot of money. How much can we charge for it? Only 2? Oh, it's because we got no test results then. Why are they going on a ride without test results? There are no cheats for that on, right? No, I don't have any cheats on. That's strange. They normally don't do that. It's a bit unfortunate actually, because now they pay less than they could have paid. You know what, let's just artificially raise the price. 4 should be enough. You should still want to pay that for a good price. Did you forget to turn off Sandbox? I did, but that shouldn't change it. Right? That shouldn't matter for that. I think it depends on if it's a roller coaster or not. Oh, really? That might be true, I don't know. Let's disable minimum waiting time. You always want to do it on those kind of rides. Ah, 5.59 excitement. Okay, how much can we charge for it? Because now the automatic ride price kicks in. So I wonder how much it is. Okay, we have almost 1,000 guests. We're doing quite well. Maybe they always ride splash boats. They might. Okay, maybe it's just actually 4. Let's just price it to, like, I don't know, 1. Let's see if it gets changed. Or it hasn't activated yet. Let's force it. Oh no, it was actually exactly 4. I had accidentally gotten the exact price right. Why the timeout? Because that guy was just copy-pasting messages from someone else. So yeah. Well, if a lot of guests are going on it, we can make a lot of money with the splash boats. Also, hang on, photo section. We should charge 3 for that, not 2. There we go. Is there any way to stop the splash boats from touching each other on the long lift hills? No, because splash boats of different weight, and weights are impacted quite a lot by how much guests weigh. Go slower or faster, and you can't really stop that. Unless you only have one boat, I suppose, but then it's a splash boat, not a splash boats. Okay, I'm gonna make a spiral coaster. You can make those quite cheap as well. And then you know what? I think I'm gonna already make this one 700 meters or 1200 meters long. Yeah, why not? Let's make it a nice long station. Name a ride of your choice. Alright. Name the green launch free full hard D. Okay. Do you have a favorite food dish? Yes, spaghetti carbonara. That's it's just absolutely lovely. Sorry I'm late, was watching Andrelzik. You almost got there right, I think you're only missing a Z after the C. Also, rice with beef sauce. Basically, it's a custom recipe by my mum. If you want the recipe, go watch the Q&A I did a few years ago. In 2019. The recipe is in there. Oh, I saw a geography question. Did you answer it already? I did. It was about the biggest mountain in the solar system. Which is Olympus Mons. You know what, I can just do a photo section at the top. There we go. Yeah, I don't have enough money. You know what, let's speed up a bit. Because I need some cash. It does not rain as much, because the climate is set to hot and dry. Okay, there we go. And what I can also do is I can make this a fairly short coaster. And then just extend it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it short because you know I need the extra income and stuff. And I'm just gonna extend it whenever I can. That's a good idea. Thank you, me. Language is interesting until you are unable to communicate with someone because of it. Yeah. I rarely have that because most people I interact with can speak English. And I don't get outside of the Netherlands a lot. The last few times I've been to countries where they speak excellent English. I find it odd Ghost Town is an expert scenario. The goal's a little tricky, but you've got unlimited time to do it, so there's not really a failure risk as long as you don't give up. Well, Ghost Town is among the most frequently requested scenarios for me to do a tutorial on. So I can totally see why it's expert. People find it really difficult. Okay, let's do another free fall. Let's build it here and I'll build like paths around it and stuff. The music is not nice here. It is. The music is lovely here. Absolutely perfect. Rain! We got rain. Ooh, we're gonna make a lot of money. Rain, rain harder. I wanna see lightning. I wanna hear thunder. If anyone can tell me from what song that was, then I'll be very impressed. Pick a coaster type for me to build. Alright. Might take me a while to complete it, because I'm quite poor. No, it wasn't anything by Frans Bauer. It was a song by a YouTuber. Giga Coaster Tower. I don't have a Giga Coaster. I have these 8. That's all you can pick from. And the Giga Coaster, I mean, you can't pick what I'm going to build. A Giga Coaster Tower is like $100,000. Like, that's not gonna happen anyway. Eurobeat Brony. No. I'll make it a bit easier. It was the very first upload of a certain YouTuber. Wooden coaster, alright. We have almost 5k. That's quite a lot. PewDiePie. I think PewDiePie's currently oldest video, at least last time I checked, which admittedly is years ago, was some kind of Minecraft Let's Play. Chocolate Rain. No. Actually. Billie Eilish. No, her first song is, what's it called? Ocean Eyes, right? Which I'm not particularly a fan of. I'm a fan of Billie Eilish, but not of that song. Is it Tom Scott? Tom Scott's very first video is, I think, Breakfast Fortified with Iron. I should not go this tall. That's a bad idea. Pew's first is Minecraft with no facecam. Yeah, and then that's still the first. You know what? If anyone can tell me the artist of that song before the stream ends, I'll gift 2 subs to the community. Randomly. Let's make it a nice challenge. Do pre-builds that are longer than 1200 meters and have a high even excitement rating count for the goal? Yes. Sing it again, alright. What was it? Rain, rain harder. I wanna see lightning. I wanna hear thunder. Then, you know, there's more lyrics before and after that, but... Oh, well, you're quick. You just put them in Google, didn't you? Well, there are 2 subs. If I figure out how to do that. Yes, it is Dodie Clark Rain. It's a bit unfair, isn't it? But fair enough. Google is your friend. That's why I only put a low number, because I expected someone to do that. How do I gift subs, actually? I've never done that before. See, I can't cheer in my own channel. I can give like subs to the community, right? Because I heard other streamers say that they would do it. Press the gift a sub button. Where is it? It's at the top of the stream chat. Oh. Oh. That works. Oh, I can only do 1 and 5. I'll do 1 twice then. Yes. Oh, I can do 2. Never mind. Why is it not... Hang on, this is not working. I'm clicking on complete purchase and it's not doing anything. That's odd. Remember, this is Marcel's job. It kind of is, but why is this not working? You know what? Oh, it can take a while. I've just clicked confirm like a billion times. Because sometimes my mouse doesn't really work all that well, so I thought maybe it didn't work. Imagine it all stacks. I imagine it has a safeguard for that. I can also, I think, then probably... it'll do it for you. I'll do it for you. You give me your credit card in. I'll wait a bit. Let's see if it works then. Thank you for the 2 gifted subs, Slijn, and for the 5 gifted subs, Vlaamsverstand. Sounds like you might need a new mouse as well. Well, it's a different. It's the one I use for my laptop, so it's not the one I'm currently using to play the game. But yeah, it's sometimes the clicking hasn't been working for like a long time. It's very easy, Mars. I can't believe it doesn't work for you. You know, I'll try on my computer instead. It shouldn't take this long. Well, first complete this wooden coaster. Thank you for the sub as well, Abel Graham. Sounds like you need 2 new mice. I mean, the one on my computer is absolutely fine. It's the one for my laptop that's not fine. Let's see. Mouses. Yeah, is it computer mouse or computer mice? Can this fit? This can fit. Alright, then I'll test this. And then build the lines, then I'll try to do the subs again. I was really hoping that no one would use Google though, and someone would just know it. But when you have a chance to make me spend money, obviously you're gonna use Google. Alright, let's see if this works. No cam on Woody. That's fine. Let's see. Gift a sub. Gift 1 sub. It's just not working. It's literally, I'm clicking on complete purchase and it's just not doing anything. I mean, that's really weird. The credit card that's connected to it is valid until 2024. So that's absolutely fine. This is weird. Maybe I'll try again later. But first, I've, you know, got a park to play. I have a lot of pukies. Let's hire some more handymen. Have you tried the unexpected reboot? Unexpected reboot. When are reboots expected? When does a computer system expect reboots? How far along the goal are we? We haven't done anything. Oh, rain again. Oh, that's where the money came from last time, obviously. It came from the umbrellas. Almost 4.6k. That's a lot. Yeah, we haven't really started. But I think we have enough money now to do the spiral coaster. So let's do it. So we got... I need to be a bit taller from 1200 meters. Good excuse. I mean, I could obviously just be lying, but I hope you all trust me. I was catching up on the Gigapark VODs and then realized you were live. Well, welcome. Let's see, let's go that way and that way. You know what, let's do that. Can we go far? No, we can't do a change of speed here. Again, we're making quite a bit for... It's not necessarily beneficial though, the rain. Like the first time it was, but this time I'm not sure it is. Because while we are still making a bit more with umbrellas and stuff, because a few guests still hadn't bought any, we are also losing money because guests aren't queuing for a lot of the rides. And if your park is sufficiently big, then rain will always be a negative. And will always cost you money. Actually, I don't need an S-bend here. This just about fits. A bit taller than 1200 meters, that's quite the coaster. I've built coasters taller than 1200 meters before. That was on the Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. I have to get back to work. Thanks for the stream, Marcel. Well, good luck at your work. Have fun, and thanks for the bits. With the Gucci umbrellas, the negative is not that bad. But if the park is big enough, and you know most of guests already have umbrellas, then it is bad. But that's not the case here yet, I think. But we do have more than 1,000 guests, so you know, park's coming along nicely. Ah, look at that. That fits nicely. I wish we could see some kind of stat with how long... that legs, why are the lag spikes? With how long the ride currently is. Like whenever the ghost train reaches the end, how long that was. I keep trying to film my cat watching the snow, but he sees me and screams for attention. Nice. Why is there lag whenever I try to build this ride? Oh, thank you for the 145 bits, Mike Von Tuki. There's a little lag spike every time. Well, not every time, but a lot of times I try to build this. Like a piece of this coaster. Which I find peculiar. If I must say so. Oh, they're gone now. Interesting. Interesting. Is Marcel Vos still in the park? He Or I amn't. I am not. I have left the park. For unknown reasons. Hang on, what's in the... Oh, that's in the way. Can I still make that? I wonder. Will you finish the goal in this stream? Hopefully, because it's kind of exponential, isn't it? Because, you know, at a certain point you make a lot of money and you can just churn out those rides because you don't have to worry about money anymore. You can build like one every 10 minutes and then you'll be done quite quickly. Well, even faster than 10 minutes, really, if you want to. Okay, the question is this 1200 meters? I don't think it is. Nah, it can't be. It's like 800? I know you get an excitement bonus when you send the track horizontally through a loop. But do you get the bonus for sending a track vertically through a loop? How would you send the track vertically through a loop? You mean like through a helix? It only works with these vertical loop pieces. Doesn't work with any other track piece. Not even the big loops, because they're big half loops. That doesn't work. Time to name a guest. Marcel does, I suppose. Thank you very much. Yeah, why not? Let's pick guest. I don't know, 584. But what are you gonna do when we get to 3? Because there's not such a nice pun for that. Oh, is that vertically through a turn? Oh, I completely missed that. Marcel Tros. There's a plugin called Live Ride Measurement. Shows you the length of the ride as you build. Really? That's useful. 1023. Okay, hang on. Can I quickly find that? Open RCT2 plugin directory. It's called Live. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Found it. Get plugin. Download it. And then cut and paste. Where is it? Plugin. There we go. Do I already have it or do I need to restart? Yeah, I need to quickly restart the game. Suddenly it was quiet. There we go. Should have it now. Yeah. Alright, select a ride. Spiral coaster. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep that open. Please enable ghost trains. Okay, where's the length? Ride length, 232 meters. That's just... I suppose that's from the last one. We should call it a coaster yellow, brown and black. Alright. Yellow, brown and... let's see. This is decent. Make these brown as well. Okay, does it actually measure past 232 meters? But I think the last one just ended there. Yes, it does. Oh, that's really useful. That's really nice. Like, it supports brown and the outside track black. Oh, that's a much better idea. There you go. Now we can do this brighter. Actually, no, I prefer the darker. Much better. Okay, 960. Yeah, because it didn't get the station yet, and the last turn. Where did you find that? The Open RCT2 plugin directory, which I just googled for. I don't know where to find it. I don't even know if it's on like the OpenRCT2 website or like a separate website. I just... Oops. It wasn't like... I suppose that was all the time at like the very... Ooh, that's almost also... Oh, that is the same ride. That was almost crashing. And it has just crashed. Oh well. I'm learning Dutch from Duolingo and it keeps giving me 2 sentences. Hallo, ik ben een appel. Nee, je bent geen appel. That's really weird. By the way, those mean, hi, I'm an apple, and no, you're not an apple. Which, unless you're talking, unless that's Siri saying that, hi, I'm an apple, then it's just weird. Alright, this should be 1200 meters, right? Alright, let's do the full test. This is either 1200 meters or it's super, super close. But let's see what it is. I like how the trains are in sync on the chain lift. They won't do that when it's open because guests loading times and stuff. Alright, let's see. We're at 1181. Ah, so close. We can get there though. We can get there. And like that. And then one more hill. There we go. The 7 excitement is not the problem. Like last time I streamed it, I was going for 10 excitement on every ride, but I'm not doing that again. I made like the reverser coaster with 10 excitement in Ghost Town. It was kind of a nightmare. Remove the brake. No, definitely not, because that turn. I mean, I could just bank it. But nah, it's fine. Actually, will it be fine? I'm not sure if it will make it. Now, but we'll see. It's like a 28 km/h brake, I think. It's the one OpenRC2 plugins. Ah yes, I mean I've just used that site to download it. I just didn't know the name of the site. Like I said, I just googled for it and you know it was fine. I just found it. Alright. I don't even know which train is ahead. That one, it seems. Yes. But will it make it? That's actually a question. I don't know how fast this brake is set. Yeah, no, that won't make it. I thought it was like 28. It's 20. Yeah, well, let's just bank this turn instead. There we go. Now it should be 1200 meters long. Yeah, making OpenRC2 plugins is not very difficult. I have no idea how to do this, but I've been told it's not very difficult. Let's build a path like around here. We're starting to, you know, be rich. We're not quite there, but, you know, we have a decent money influx now. Which is good. I can code Java. I can also code Java. But it's like you also need to know how to interact with the game. And I could learn it. I'm pretty positive that I could like learn it quite quickly, but I just haven't put in the effort. Why isn't anyone coding Jakarta? That's the wrong joke, mate. You should have said, why isn't anyone coding Sumatra? Alright, still not finished testing. I mean, it takes a while. 6,000 that month. Toughest part of the scenario is finding the space to build 10 large roller coasters. Not if you did it like I did it one time. I'll quickly show you. And we're at Ghost. Ghost. There we go. I think it's this one. Yes. This is just a perfectly clean way to do it. There's no overlapping of the coasters at all, just flattening the land. Like 2017 or so I did this. Yes, I flattened all the land. It was, I think, quite expensive. Can I still see that? Oh no, we're in year 14. Wow. Took a long time apparently. Yeah, we're not gonna be flattening the land in this stream. Hi Jimmy, how you doing? How many parks do you have? Let me check. I have about 2,380 parks. Which is, you know, not too shabby. Did we actually lose any park rating from that crash? Yes, we did. I need to research more rides. I had set the funding to 0. But I can now fund again. Okay, let's do one of the cheaper ones. Let's do a 1,200 meter long wooden wild mouse. Which is just gonna be boring as hell. Because it needs to be very long, and this ride is not made to be very long. Hello from Den Haag. Greetings to Den Haag. I hope I didn't miss much of the stream. Well, you missed approximately 1 hour and 20 minutes. Whether that's much is up to you. Did you ever turn the research back on after you shut it off for money? I literally just did that. Like 30 seconds ago. Wel from Rijsbergen. I don't even know where that is. I know it's in the Netherlands. You know, I've heard of it. I don't think I've ever been there. Is it nice there? South of Breda. So like basically the other side of the planet. Okay, you know what? Let's use that plugin again. Live ride measurement, and we're going for Wooden Wild Mouse 2. Let's see, how long is this? I mean, it's not anywhere near long enough, obviously, but I wonder. There's still quite a lot of speed left. Okay, we're 229. This is a really fun plugin. I wonder who made it. Ooh, I like this effect where the hills here are just out of sync with each other. That's kind of a nice effect. Well, they're not perfectly out of sync. For that I would need to be one more tile ahead. You're probably not the only one from Taipei, because I know there's... Well, I know there's someone from Hong Kong who was in the Cody streams. Dragon Ghost 420, alright. And Hong Kong isn't Taipei, obviously, but it's still Asia. And it's fairly close to Taipei. I don't know how many kilometers it is, but on a global scale it's fairly close. Have you tried hybrid codes? Yeah, I've built a few over the years. Alright, time for chain lift number 2. Because that's how it works with these wild mouse coasters. This is just gonna be a hot mess. And, oops, not enough space. You know what's also really useful? I can see my max lateral G's. In case I ever mess up, then I won't immediately know where I've messed up. But I can see that I have messed up, which is very useful. Okay, that's not going to be useful. I need to be one higher. And that, because then I can go up like that. It's just a giant conflagration of steel and wood, pretty much. I could use more guests, but I don't want to constantly be advertising, because that's, well, quite expensive. I should just be building more rides, but at this tempo we're not going to build a lot of rides. Okay, I wonder if these turns are too laterally. AKA scary. Is at this tempo good English? I don't know. It's good enough that you understand it. Let's see, let me go there and there. 2.55 Gs. Okay, 2.55 is the highest. Still only like 700 meters. More chain lift. This is not going to make a lot of money, this ride, is it? There's a little bug in it where when you try to remove track, that sometimes doesn't work the first time you click. It's a little bit weird, but yeah, not too much of a bother. And that. I like building this just big and compact. Looks pretty amazing, doesn't it? Is there any keyboard shortcuts to build track instead of flicking? Yes, there are. Quite a lot actually. Go to options and let's see, where is it? Shortcut keys. One of these. There we go. Construction. You have like slope, turn, bang, previous track, next track, demolish. You have quite a lot. Build current is the only one I sometimes use, which is spacebar for me. But I don't really use them. I like the clicking. The only time I use build spacebar is build a lot of straight track, which is building big things and stuff. This is absolute monster. I wonder if it can still make it here. Let's just fast forward a little bit. Because I'm not so sure. Also, is it me or is there a lot of lag? Where is the current train that's most ahead? Oh, there it is. Maybe the lag was because of the live ride measurements. Because I imagine that might take quite a lot of power to do. Okay, let's go down a bit more. I think the thing is long enough. No, it's not even a kilometer long. Well, it is about a kilometer long if we connect it back to the station now. But that's why we got the live ride measurements thing. So that we can see that it's not long enough yet. Now we can go up again. Go that way. Okay, you know what? Chain lift! I can just keep doing this for a long time. I'm worried about the drop count on this behemoth. Oh, whoops, I think you might be right. I think this will be too... I completely forgot about intensity. This will probably be way too intense. Let's just see. And hope for the best. I entirely forgot about that. Yeah, this will probably be a terrible ride. Oh, enter not built. But it looks fantastic. It looks absolutely fantastic, this ride. It's a big hot mess. I told you twice. Well, chat goes fast enough that sometimes I do miss comments. Especially when I need to focus on building a tangled mess of a ride. But maybe we'll be fine. I don't know. I don't think we'll be fine, but maybe. New plugin causes intensity blindness. Don't do plugins, kids. Nice. Make sure to drown guest 420. I've already done that. Like when Sadi really asked for it. The architects were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they forgot to ask whether if they should. I've got to comment on quite a few of my creations. At this rate, I don't think we're gonna finish the scenario today. Because we're not making a lot of money. I could easily finish the scenario today. But then I would either need to optimize a lot more or charge a lot more for the rides. It's either of the two. Yeah, I could just build a load of like freefalls or, I don't know, small corkscrews or whatever. Make money that way. I know you unlock the corkscrew coaster at some point in this scenario. Might be the next one, I'm not sure. Do you not have the ride price manager active? I do, but someone challenged me to have it at good pricing, which basically means a fourth of what you would normally make. Also, rides are getting old. So I might need to refurbish. Actually, you know what? Let's just refurbish this one. Let's also refurbish a few of the other ones. Just to make more money. How many coasters have you built now? Well, 2 that are long enough, and so far only 1 that counts, I think. But I think this one's too expensive. Too expensive, too intense, I mean. Okay, there we go. Couple of rides refurbished. 14! Okay, I messed up the lateral G's, but still, 14. Lol. Is the resource random or fixed? It's fixed. I mean, there are about 2.5 points are from the lateral G's here, which means that without it, it's got about 12. This coaster is a terrible coaster. I mean, it has 36 drops. That's just... That's like way too much. Good luck fixing that. This is not gonna happen. There's no fixing this. Bye-bye. There's no fixing that. I'm just gonna build a boring one. I was trying to make it interesting, but that's not gonna happen. So you know what we're gonna do? First we're gonna get, you know, a little bit of a assignment such from this. And we're just gonna have long straight bits. Because that's how you build these now. At least save the track. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Let's see, autosave. It's not tested yet. Okay, yeah, the lag definitely was from the live ride measurements. Okay, good to know. And that's a good sound quality there. Save track design. Hot mess. And let's go back. There we go. And let's do the live ride measurements again. And we're just gonna do boring. Sorry guys. We need a long ride. Yes we do. And we're going down again. This is a lot quicker to build. That's an advantage. It's also a lot boringer to ride. You know. Let's see how fast it's going here. 30. We can go back and forth a few times. Actually, I shouldn't go that way. I should go the other way, because that's better use of space. There we go. Make the straight small hops. No, then I get a lot of drops again. That was entirely the problem last time. You made me buy and install Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 and 2 yesterday. Nice. I hope you have fun playing it. This is much better. We're already at like almost halfway, and we only have used one chain lift so far. Alright, let's go up again for the second chain lift. Now we're going this way. Because why not? This coaster sucks. It's boring, yeah, but the problem is when you need to make a wooden wild mouse this long, this is pretty much the only thing you can do. If you also need to get good stats. The other coasters I'll build will be more interesting. Marcel's next video, 100-year-long wooden wild mouse. It's not that difficult. 100 years. Yeah, that will work. The opposite of many drops. Pretty much. It's like a transport ride. Well, not really, because it drops you off at the same place you started. One more drop. And we'll go like that. How is this exciting? I mean, we can always boost it with decoration. The excitement rating is not the problem. Is this some kind of RCT bingo challenge? Well, some people are playing bingo with things I say. I'm not sure if they're playing bingo right now. I think they're waiting until I've forgotten, but then, you know, someone like you comments, which makes me remember again, so they have to wait even longer. Alright, will this be long enough? Let's see. I think it will be, you know? I might have overdone it a little bit. We're fine. 1420 meters. 1000 blaze it. Alright, let's come. Oh, oops. There we go. There we go. Other games have bingo challenges where you get a random objective to fulfill. I mean, the objective of this park is to build 10 coaster types with at least 7 excitement and 1200 meters of length, which is what I'm doing right now. It's just that it's a wooden box. Like, this spiral coaster is 1228 meters long, but it looks like an actual coaster. It looks a bit janky, I think, because it's a spiral coaster, but it looks good. But the wooden Batmas coaster, you just can't do that. Well, you can build the monstrosity I built earlier, but that will just have terrible, terrible stats. That was a bit of a lag spike, wasn't it? Go on a free fall. And dim. A little bit faster. Like a A6. Yeah, that ought to be good. Why so many free falls? Because they're easy money makers. No more talking about a certain game involving squares. Sudoku. Or do you mean 3D squares? In the game which you may craft stuff. Let's see, we have 5,000. Okay, at this rate, there's no way we're going to beat the goal tonight. So I wanna take it to a vote. Would you guys rather that I just like increase the ride prices and finish it today, or so increase ride prices or finish it later? Because I'm never gonna finish it today if I don't increase the ride prices. So increase ride prices or finish later. Finish today, finish today. May I do the poll? I think Max has already done it. I was too lazy for a poll and I was just gonna go off how many responses I would see in the chat. Which, considering how tilted this poll is one to one side, that would have worked. So, okay. Thank you for voting. We're definitely gonna finish it today. Which means we're gonna open up the right... let's see. Where is it? There we go. Yeah, on the gun off. Okay. It's about halfway September. The highest we've made in a month is 6,620. Oh, hang on. I know. We need cash machines. I need to do shops and stalls because we don't have cash machines, do we? No. We will get them eventually, but I need cash machines. Why not raise the ride prices? Because it was a challenge someone set me and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I can do it. You know, I can easily do it. It's just gonna take a long time. So we should be making a lot more money now. Which means I'm also gonna advertise more. I'm just gonna do the maximum advertising. So we need more guests. And then we'll be making a lot of money. Do a fun. New poll later. I mean, you can do whatever poll you want, Kangi. You know. Just fun polls. Max does them all the time. Okay. Is this actually exciting enough? It is. 8.16. This still has 9.1 intensity. I mean, I told you can't do much with a wooden wild mouse. This boring ass thing still has 9.1 intensity. What? How? Because its natural intensity rating is very high, which is actually good if you want to do certain things. $20 umbrellas, I have those. That just only makes money kind of once, because guests only buy one umbrella. Okay, what's the colors you want, Piscary? Is it the turns? Turns do add a little bit of... Hang on, did they just... They just collided. Luckily they all go slow enough that they don't crash, but... These just collided. Because the second one is heavier than the first one. Let's build the next coaster. Let's do... Yeah, let's do a floorless. Let's build it here. Alright, booster. I think 3 is enough. Wild mouse, salmon pink, support lime green and orange. Or salmon pink support and then lime green and orange. You only got kind of like 2 colors, so I'll do like orange for the trains. The grey stays grey, I can't do much about that. Wait for full load and set minimum waiting time. That's not a bad idea, it's gonna have terrible throughput anyway. Yeah, let's do that. Increase the chain lift spill a bit. The chain lift stinks. Rambly. I'm gonna have to recalculate the test because I increased the chain lift speed, that's fine. Well, thank you for the year. Yeah, 12 months. Jason. Thank you very much for all the support. I want to make it faster than 86. Okay, let's get the same thing again. Live ride measurements. And let's make it... Where's the floorless? Well, Twister Coaster one, I think. Yeah, so it's just at the bottom. Oh, they're in order of when I built them. It's actually somewhat useful. Have you ever used a plugin that breaks down your park rating? Yes, I have it. We've used it this stream. There you go. I only got a little bit of negatives from a few little bits. Could you help me with the price on a ride? 937 69437 out of 20. That might work. Might not. Depending on the ride type. Alright, we now have money to build a proper coaster. So in September we already went to 14k. It's only going to be more in October, probably. Hybrid, yeah, probably 20. I think you can charge quite a bit for the hybrid. Alright, let's go up again. No. Let's do that and that and that and that. No, there. I keep clicking wrong. There we go, that's what I want. And then we can do a corkscrew. Isn't that nice? I think we might get extreme lateral there. I may need to go a bit taller. Yeah, that's 3.14 lateral, so let's go a bit taller. Very useful this. Now we go down again. Park rating inspector is great. Can you show it one more time? Sure. There you go. Now let's do another quarter loop. Where's that Oriental music coming from? Good question. I don't know. By the way, I'll show you it for a bit longer. The park rating. There you go. It has happy guests, average ride-up time, number of guests, total ride excitement, total ride intensity, average ride excitement, average ride intensity, lost guests, casualty penalty, which is, you know, deaths and stuff, which is lovely, and amount of litter. I think that's not Oriental, that's Egyptian, which is from Magic Carpet. That's where it's coming from. Right, let's go. Oh, that doesn't work. I'll just go S-bend left then. Alright. This is a lot more fun to build. And probably a lot more fun for you to watch as well than just this thing. Although this thing was different than usual. So it's not bad either. Ooh. Oh, I like that helix there. Yeah, I can't do the last one because I don't have a way out. Can't do that though. I like to go from a helix into a kind of like a bigger turn. That always looks nice. Hang on. Which coaster is it? Oh, I'm stupid. I'm below there. I'll be fine. Just go down. Yeah, I would never have been able to build this already. You know, I would have saved up for this for months if I still charged the low prices. So big and then small. Oh, no, that doesn't work. Alright, then we'll just kind of go up. That works. That doesn't. What shall we do? Let's go like that. Why not? Leave it, make it all compact. Behave, kids, I need to go to the toilet. Well, have fun. Do we already have the cash machine? Like, what's the last ride we researched? Hot dog stall. That's no cash machine. Time to take over the chat. Do you still have some Lego at home? No. I think we gave it all away to like aunts and uncles who have very young kids. Well, they're not that young anymore, but when we gave them the Lego, they were very young. Now we can gossip about how good of a mod Kangi is. Is he? Is he good? Does he get your approval? Yeah, that doesn't work. I need to go up. It's like the Dutch proverb. Als de kat van huis is, dansen de muizen op tafel. Which is, when the cat's away, the mice are dancing on the table. Which is kind of like, you know, when the parents aren't home, kids will, get themselves a lot of sweets. You know, describing that kind of behavior. I'm not sure. This is not lining up, is it? Nope, that's not lining up. I think I just blocked that off with the helixes. Let's see. Can I do a helix here? No. I want a helix. Let me have my helix. There we go. Now I have a helix. We're still not at 1200 meters. 1200 meters is quite long. Let's see, how many inversions do I have? It doesn't say it, but I have 1, 2, 3. I'm only at 3, so I can throw in another one. That'll not be fine, because I can't build it. Maybe if I go the other way? Oh, yeah, that'll be fine. Thank you for the follow, Dragon. You're stuck on this boring straight coaster when you could be on this much cooler one. Yeah, but probably also more expensive one. How expensive is this one? Oh, this is fun. You know, I increased the chain lift speed, but because of how I had set it up, it meant that it was gonna be tested with a full card instead of an empty one. So now it doesn't have 9.1 intensity, but 9.27, which is quite the difference between an empty and a full card. Just funny. How expensive it is? 18.20, and that's making some real money. Can it still make this hill? I don't think it can. It just about can, actually. Okay, it's long enough now, so let's go back to the Stationen. No, that doesn't line up. Not at all. I think this lines up. No, not even still. No. It all doesn't line up. still doesn't line up. You know what? I'm just gonna do this differently. I'm gonna do it like that. And then we're just gonna go in like that. I think I need to go in one earlier. I'll find a way to connect this. Ah, just about in the way. Darn it. What ride music is the most annoying? I don't actually think I need banked turns here. Good question. I mean, candy style is a good answer, but I think I've kind of grown fond of candy style, so I'm not so sure. Alright. There we go. That one's finished. That's the third one. And that can make us potentially a lot of money if we're a bit lucky. I love the mechanical theme. Mechanical theme's pretty good. Favorite would, I don't know, maybe Rockstyle 2. Ah, I see a couple of you agree with me. That ending looks safe. It's perfectly fine. Yeah, we definitely didn't need banked turns here. It's going not even 30 an hour. And whether that's in kilometers or miles, both is slow enough. It was in kilometers, but yeah. It is 1253 meters long. And it's probably exciting enough as well. If not, I'll eat my hat. I don't have a hat, but still, I'll still eat it. First aid room. We still don't have a cash machine. Although a first aid room can be useful. Oh, thank you for the sub, Techubus. Okay, let's build a couple of first aid rooms. Let's also build a few other stalls around the park. That's not a bad idea. You know, stuff like that. I'll buy a hat for you if you're eating it. Well, depends on your definition of hat. That made no sense. But there we go, 8.55. I actually do have a hat. But it's 8.55, it's easily exciting enough. Okay, let's build a vertical drop coaster. Roman theme is cool. I agree. Roman theme is very cool. Alright. Nice thing about vertical drop coasters is you can just yeet yourself to the sky with a steep chain lift. And just be out of the way of everything. Whee! A very long drop. And it doesn't fit. Alright, you know what? We'll go taller. Now it'll fit. Whee! There we go. That's the perfect drop. You know what the nice thing is about building coasters really tall? It's that good support. Yeah, aren't they lovely? If you build your coasters really tall, you unnoticingly add a lot of length. It doesn't feel like I've built it very long yet, but just going up here is already 70 meters, just the chain lift. So it'll be 1200 meters a lot quicker than you think. It's very nice. Why does this coaster go so high? Because I want it to. Like, let's take the live ride measurements again. Vertical drop coaster 2. And I think we're already at like, I don't know, 300 meters. Don't you get an excitement penalty for being underground? Only certain rides and not any coaster. And only if it's too much. Yeah, it does have to be 10 different types. You can't just spam the same vertical drop coaster over and over again. It would be rather easy. But that's not how it works. Unfortunately. I have an idea for a ride overview video. First aid room. We'll have to do some research into how they actually work, because I don't really know. But yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. By the way, we're gonna get a ride overview again from me, which is Thursday. I wonder if anyone can guess the ride. Probably not, because I haven't told anyone. Okay, we're out of money. The building this tall is expensive. Is it go-karts? My second ride overview on the go-karts. No. It's not the go-karts. Oh, Twister coaster's in the way. Lovely. Can we go up again? Up instead then? Yes, we can. Why is nobody talking about the new toilet they added? What do you mean? You mean the RCT1 toilet style? It's been in Roller Coaster Tycoon for a while. Roller Coaster Tycoon, like Open RCT2. You chose the wrong coaster. Oh, I did. I chose the wrong vertical drop coaster. I was wondering why it was only 300 meters, because I think it's longer. Okay, let's see how long this is, and we can earn some money in the meantime. It goes down. Whee! Yeah, this is already quite a bit longer than 300 something. There's already pretty much 600. It's already half the length we need. And in the meantime, I'm gonna quickly increase the chainlift speed. There we go. Sandwich stall ride overview. I could still do like a stall ride overview, because I've done how much you can charge, but that's different from like how they like. I wouldn't really do a stall overview. I'd probably just do like how does the food stat work, and then, you know, include whatever you need to know about different food types from different stalls in there. It's probably how I'd go about doing that. But yeah, I feel like now that I'm more back to one video a week, I feel like I can focus more on kind of bigger video topics, which I kind of did last week as well. Well, you know, this last Thursday. I hope you all liked the video, by the way. It's doing very good in terms of views and especially comments. It has a crazy amount of comments for the amount of views it has, which is wonderful. Amity Airfield Speedrun strats video. I've already done an Amity Airfield Speedrun. It was unofficial because I used a pre-built safe design. You know, one on my own. So it didn't really count. I enjoyed the difficulty curve video a lot. Yeah, I'm quite proud of it. Like, it's a different video than I usually do, because it's more of a video essay than just, hey, I built this crazy thing, or hey, this is how this works. It's more of an opinionated piece. But I think I pulled it off. You know, at least the views and the engagements in the comments tell me I pulled it off, so that's very nice. I always enjoy your videos. They are to the point and provide the right amount of detail to understand the topic. Well, I missed a few things on the last video. I mean, thank you. I understand what you mean. I don't really like the extensive padding that some YouTubers do. Although, not a lot of YouTubers that I watch do that, because when they do that, I don't tend to watch them. I missed a few things. Like, I just forgot to mention that the thing that not all the scenarios are immediately unlocked in RCT1, which is a great feature. In RCT2 you just have access to all of them, which is not terrible necessarily, but it doesn't make for the best difficulty curve. Okay, this is the best angle. How long is it? And I didn't know that, I just completely forgot to mention it. Okay, we're at 1100 or so meters, so I'm just gonna go back to the station now. We're still good in terms of lateral Gs. And you are open about when you have things wrong and admit it. I mean, I understand that that's a positive, obviously, but on the other hand, what would I gain from like saying, like, how could I even say that I was not wrong about that? It's just true. Okay, how do I get out of here? Like, I wouldn't even know how to... I wouldn't even know what kind of argument I could formulate to somehow convince people that I was right in not mentioning that not having all the scenarios unlocked, you know, is good. Marcel, when does a support appear under your track? It's kind of like, generally I think it's a checkboard pattern on when supports can appear and when they don't. But you know, when they can't appear, they still don't. And some track pieces, like for example Launch Lift Hill, will have a support on every tile regardless. But yeah, that's also an interesting question. This might be too intense, but it might be fine. He'll be on the edge of glory, so, you know. You need to talk real smoothly, but it's possible. I don't think it's possible. Ground guest 1069. If they're still in the park, which they aren't. We have 1060 and 76. Do we have 269? We do. Is 269 okay? Hello, Claymo. Welcome to your first chat message in my live streams. They just already built an exit and entrance path. Come on. There we go. Okay, yes. Alright, let's turn on 269. We're losing guests. Yeah, probably because I think the advertisements are over. Yes, they are actually. But also because we don't have a cash machine. Do we actually get a cash machine? Maybe I've just wasted a lot of research time on stalls. Let's check if we do actually get a cash machine. Inventions list. We do get it, but there's still 1, 2, 3, 4. There's still like 4 stalls or so before it. Marcel Doss still in the park. Let's see. Nope. He gone. Probably because he out of money. Oh, let's just build a bigger and better park then. But at least at this rate, we're making enough money to slowly build the coasters. I mean, we've already done 4 of them now. Assuming that this one isn't too intense. Oh, just about too intense. Okay, I know how to remove that. I'm just gonna remove this bit. There we go. That should solve that problem. Marcel Doss still here? No. I just started playing RCT2 again and found your YouTube channel, which I love now. Randomly clicked on your Twitch link in the description and you happen to be live. Nice. Welcome. First time catching a live stream. Well, welcome, Jimmy Jules. Is it worth going for the cash? No, I don't think it's worth it. I'm just going for more and easier coasters to build. Did you understand my highlight? I don't know, I may have missed it. I think your videos are wacky and easy for people to play and people with disability. Keep up the work. Well, if there's one thing I don't do, it's subtitling. I could, you know, hire people for that. It's maybe not a bad idea. But I've never had anyone complain about the lag, though. Now, if you're talking about people with disabilities. Thank you for the follow, Swarmbreaker. And then, you know, obviously it would be deaf people. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna alter this wooden coaster to make it long enough. It sucks that YouTube got rid of crowdsourced subtitles. Yeah, it would obviously cost me money to outsource that. The auto-generated subtitles from YouTube are good enough. I suppose that, you know, the low level of background noise in my videos, I mean, there's a bit of music, but it's not too loud. And that I do speak quite clearly, I think at least. Makes it fairly easy for the auto-generated subtitles to be good. I'm not sure if they're actually good on my channel. But I hope they are. Subtitles would be awesome. I'm not deaf, but I do have difficulty getting my hearing and my brain to work together sometimes, if that makes sense. Yeah, I get that. I could do that kind of works if you were looking to outsource it. Well, I think I'd rather outsource it to some, you know, big company that does the captions. Because, you know, I would need to have someone that does it pretty much immediately whenever I ask it. And I assume you have some job or, you know, or you go to school or whatever, you have things to do. Sometimes I finish a day, I finish a video like not even a day before it needs to go live. So I can't, you know, I don't think you would always be able to do that in time. I got learning disability with depression. Block the red writing be best. I don't understand that second sentence. Let's get the right preview again. I love this. It's particularly useful because of the length requirement, of course, because then I know whether it's long enough. There's actually Wooden Coaster 1. That's Wooden Wild Mouse 1. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I do have a job, you are right. Yeah. Then that's not a great idea, probably. Like, the video from Thursday was finished slightly more, like a little bit more than 24 hours before it went live. If you got any red writing in the videos, don't do it. I use red text sometimes. To indicate like a bad number, you know, if I have like a list of numbers which go from good to bad, then the worst might be red. And I will continue to do that, but you know, my default is yellow, and red only shows up like rarely, so I think that should be fine. I think the yellow on the green is a very pleasant color combination, which is basically my standard colors. The green obviously being the grass. And then my secondary color, if I need a second color, my first choice is almost always orange. Which I think fits in fine, which I think, not just fine, really nicely with the yellow. Can I do this? Yeah, that works. That works really nicely, actually. Huh. Didn't expect this to fit this nicely. Like, just about with the ground, just about under the tracks, that fits really nicely. Let me have a sip of water. I haven't drunk anything yet this stream. Anyone else hear the background music overly loud? I was afraid that would happen. Is it too loud? Don't forget the photo section. I don't necessarily need one. A bit. Okay, fair enough. I'll lower it a bit. Where is it? There we go. Now it's a bit lower. And hang on. I do still need a way to get out of here. I'm pretty sure that most of you have done this at some point. It's You build an awesome coaster, but then you accidentally like block off the exit or the entrance or your way back to the station, and you can't finish your coaster. Like, we've all done that, right? Because I know I have. Yeah, it happens a lot. Happens to be more often than not. If more than 50% of your coasters end up like that, then you might need to reevaluate how you plan out your coasters. Usually an S-bend or two fixes it. Well, whenever it happens to me, which to be honest is rarely nowadays, because I tend to plan ahead when I build really compact coasters, because I learned from my mistakes. Whenever it happens, it's usually because the coaster is so compact and... This is entirely the wrong tile. It's so compact and intertwined that there is no way to fix it. Unless I destroy like half the ride. Where am I even building? Oh, there. There we go. And like that. Ah, perfect. Awesome. Nowadays, I try to place the entrance and exits early so I know to get not too close. Yeah, that's what I do as well when I notice I'm starting to build really compactly. You know, if I'm just building coasters like this vertical drop, I just, you know, it's fine anyway. But if I'm starting to build really compactly, I frequently do just preemptively build an exit and entrance. Just, you know, what I just did as well, just getting a way out. I also really had trouble with finding ways out in my overcrowded forest frontiers. Not because the coaster itself blocked it, but because everything else was blocking it. Oh, it's just barely making that. Oh, that's fine. We don't have too much longer to go anyway. But that does mean that I don't need to bank this. I always like it if there's just a random unbanked turn at the top of some hill that can be unbanked because the train's going really slowly there. Overcrowded parks are both super fun and super frustrating. Well, they just... Most annoying thing is they just take a very long time to build. Which is fine if you're streaming it, and, you know, every stream is a feast. But if you're doing it on your own, then... I mean, I've done it once before, but I probably wouldn't be able to do it anymore now. Which is strange, because I do still, like, spend a lot of time on big projects in, like, Minecraft or whatever. Like, on Saturday, I was, like... hunting wither skeleton skulls for 4 hours straight. To be honest, that is a pretty mindless task. So I was able to just basically do it while, I don't know, listening to some YouTube videos or whatever. Let's hope this is not too intense. Ground guest 1, 2, 3, 4. I have the hiccups. 1, 2, 3, 4 is no longer in the park. Do you have an alternative? I've been in that wither grind before. Yeah, well, I didn't just want one beacon. I currently have 5 full beacons. 1999. Are they still in the park? They are not. 1998 is. 2005 is as well. I want 9 full beacons. It's like a grid, so that I have a 300 by 300 area around my base. Fully beaconed up. Alright, 2005. Okay. There we go. And bye-bye. But I have, like, I chose the Nether Fortress in a Soul Sand Valley, which spawns more enemies than usual, because not a lot of enemies spawn in Soul Sand Valleys. So the Nether Fortress gets, like, more priority. 1211 meters, perfect length. And then I also have a beacon set up so that I can basically just not die there in the nether. I have 4 beacons. Like, not 4 full beacons, just 4 beacons. I don't need haste or jump boost there. And then I just go wither skeleton hunting there. It goes quite fast, because in like 4 or 5 hours I got enough wither skeleton skulls for 3 full beacons. Okay, perfect stats as well. We can probably charge a lot for this. Only 1380? Oh, 18 bucks now. But that's because we built it last year. What if we refurbish it? We should be able to charge a lot more. Do you have streamed Minecraft? I've done one stream, but Capital of Tonga. I think that's Nuku'alofa? I'm not entirely sure. I streamed Minecraft once, but that was on like a world where I was showing off. Minecraft isn't like, unless your YouTube content is Minecraft and you do streaming on the side, but for just a streamer, Minecraft isn't really a streamable game. It is if you're a speedrunner, but if you're just like building like me, like for example, just streaming myself hunting wither skeleton skulls for 3 hours isn't great YouTube or great Twitch content. Let's do an inverted coaster. I've been building pretty much on one side of the park, which means we've got plenty of space left here. Some people do it successfully. Most people that stream Minecraft are either doing like exciting things, like speedrunning, which works fine, or they're like big YouTubers like Grian, who need a lot of sand, for example, and just go mining sand for 3 hours, and the stream is more like not for the stream, but more for people to interact and, you know, ask questions and stuff like that. Which is very different than what I would do. Build a roller coaster in Minecraft. There's a video on that on my channel where I built synchronized coasters in Minecraft. You have bingo, nice. And for me the interaction wouldn't really work because, like, my usual stream audience I already have interaction with. It's not like you're getting anything new when I'm streaming Minecraft and just doing the same over and over again. Like, that interaction is already there at the moment. Let's see, does it make this? It probably does. I can also just test it. Should be fine. Yes, no, synchronizing more coasters has been possible for a long time. Like in vanilla and stuff. You can synchronize, like, I think up to 16 in vanilla. Do you play Age of Empires? Not really anymore. Like, since, I don't know, half a year or a year or so. I don't really know why I stopped. No specific reason. I just, I don't know, started playing less and less. I still watch T90 a lot and Spirit of the Law. I just got... I don't know, I kind of stopped playing Age of Empires mostly when I started making YouTube videos again. It was almost a year ago. Roughly. So that might be the reason. Why is the Dinghy Slide in RCT a coaster and RCT1 just a water ride? I don't know. It's back to a water ride in Open RCT2. In RCT2, it's both, by the way. Both a coaster and a water ride, just like the water coaster. Okay, that doesn't work. I'll just go straight here. But you once said it's not possible. Because that extra sink is perfectly possible, but it doesn't help making the longest coaster longer. Like, I think people have found ways to do exponentials even in vanilla, but they don't use the fact... Oh, they do. I think they might sync up to 3 coasters at a time. You know, I did as well, actually, in my open RCT version of the exponential ride. But, you know, for the way I built my longest coaster, it wouldn't help. What's your favorite mine you've crafted? I mean, if we interpret it as my favorite world, it's my current. It's easily my best work in Minecraft ever. It's both the biggest base I've ever built. I've only pretty much just started. And it's also the most, like... I was gonna say scenery, because that's the OpenRT2's term. But, like, builder-heavy build. Like, you know, good building and stuff. Are you ever gonna show a pic of it? I posted a picture of my super smelter room. On my Discord server. Yesterday? Day before yesterday? I'm not sure. Like, very recently. Oh yeah, I will give a tour, but I need a bigger world for that first. Is RST2 content your full-time job now? Yes. Which is very lovely. Let's see, can I think I could go straight here. There we go. See how long it is. Let's get the live right measurements again. Inverted coaster. Thank you for the follow, Clemo. Even if you don't make the... Oh yeah, that was Conda already saw. Yeah, I've, like I said, I've done a tour before. And I will do that definitely again. I could also just do it like... Because that was an entire Minecraft stream I did. I could also just put a tour at the end of a stream at some point. Is it still good paying all the bills with the prices getting higher right now? Well, my rent is not getting a lot higher. But yeah, I mean, I make... In the last like few months, I've made a lot more than I need. Which is very nice. Because, you know, I can save up, which helps towards, you know, buying a house at some point. Even though house prices are absolutely, like, going nuts. But yeah, currently I make plenty. Of course, YouTube, you know, YouTube money is not very stable. But even, you know, in January you usually make the least as influencer. Which is a word I don't like, but, you know, technically I am one. But so far my January has been quite good. Which is mostly due to you know, long videos that are doing very well. Oh, dang it, it doesn't fit. Alright, you know what? We're going underground. Underground's always a nice... Oops, that's water. Always a nice last resort. It's cool that you play Minecraft without making content about it. I mean, lots of people do that. Many more people do that than, like, not. I'm pretty sure there are lots of YouTubers who play Minecraft. I think there aren't... I think most Minecraft YouTubers don't really do that, but that makes sense. Like, I don't really play Roller Coaster Tycoon without making content about it. The only Roller Coaster Tycoon I really play is on stream, which is mostly regular play. Or it's when I build parks for a video. We start a coaster fund so you can build your own coaster in your backyard. I don't have a backyard. I don't have a yard. I don't even have a balcony. Well, I have a French balcony, which is, like, tiny. Salmon. You mean this right? Entirely salmon pink. Oh, it's already plenty long, I see. Well, let's just go back to the station then. Hope it's not too intense. I think we only got like 3 inversions, so that should be fine. Go fund me the yard first. It's going to be an expensive yard, because houses are expensive. Well, I live in the north, and I plan to keep living in the north. And houses are not as expensive here. Which is good. Okay, so let's make this salmon pink. What's the currently highest guest number? I don't know. I can check in a minute. There we go. The slide is broken down. Oh yeah, one of them has. It'll be fixed at some point. Alright, now I'll build a path here. that. And that. Alright, let's open it. And let's hope it's good. Okay, the current highest guest number is 4128. Okay, we really need more guests that aren't broke. So let's start advertising again. There we go. This was quite an expensive ride. The guests don't really have money anymore to go on the ride. Which is fine, because it's not like, you know, not like they would have spent more money if I drained them slower. Could you close your park to kick everyone out and open it again? It doesn't matter. The soft guest cap is already 1700, much higher than the number of guests. That wouldn't help anything. Because we only have 900 guests. Are there any plugins to help marketing campaigns? No. Yeah, I think I need 5 more researches for an ATM. And I decided to start researching better coaster types first. Oh, I got the corkscrew coaster, which is quite good. You know what, let's just build a tiny one. The bug that the exit and entrance path of pre-builds don't connect has finally been fixed. It's interesting, that bug has been in the game for like almost a month. And there was on GitHub, there was a bug, like an issue for it, made by someone else, not me. And I found that issue, and then I just sort of bumped it. I commented on it, like someone that had something, I clarified something. Then it got fixed like the next day. So I'm happy that that's fixed. Because of the nature of your videos, deep dives into certain aspects of RCT2, do you think you'll run out of content? Or you'll do more stuff like the Pi coaster recreations of IRL coasters? Well, you know how my video about the longest 10x10 coaster did really well. It's still doing really well. I'll definitely do more content like that. More like challenge focused. Stream lagging for anyone else? In the little viewfinder it seems fine for me. Like the little view that I have on my second screen. Okay, we can do Ultra Streep lift tills with a corkscrew, which is nice. Okay, are the stats of this thing good? Yes, actually. Damn good. It's not very popular yet, because it's super expensive at 2120. The reason that video was so good, it wasn't just a challenge, it felt like a journey. Yeah, that's true. But also, you know, videos about the longest coaster have always done well. But yeah, I'm really proud of that video as well. And it got me quite a few new subs as well, which is always nice, always new people. And at this rate, I'll definitely get to 100,000 this year. Okay, marketing campaigns have finished. I kind of need new ones. There we go. That one. That one. People always like history, like FitMC on 2B2T. Unfortunately, there isn't like a lot of drama, like history drama in the RCT2 community or something. I can't really make videos about that. I could probably make a video about like the rise and fall of the Roller Coaster Tycoon and Friends Discord server. It hasn't really, like, it's not like it's dead or anything, but it's a lot less active now, because that's actually an interesting story. the Roller Coaster Tycoon and Friends Discord server was founded by a couple of RCT YouTubers in 2017, around summer. Like really small RCT YouTubers, like a few hundred subs and stuff. And then 10 days after it was created, they posted a link to it on Reddit. And I had been looking for a roller coaster, like an active Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 Discord for a long time. And so I finally found one. And I joined it, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna... pretty much, when I joined and I saw that it was pretty much what I was looking for, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make this my home. And I'm not gonna... Like, I'm gonna make sure this stays active pretty much. And then other people joined as well, and it started to become quite active. Which was very nice. At some point I became staff there and stuff like that, and you know, Dirklink was staff as well at some point there, and it was pretty much the place to go for anything Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. Well, not anything, but it was the most active Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 Discord server. But then, a while later, you know, both Dirklink's and mine channels were growing, and we both, not too long from each other, I think, we got our own Discord server. Just because, you know, it wasn't really working anymore, the Roller Coaster Tycoon and Friends Discord server, when about... Like, we got a lot of new members there, but they pretty much only joined because of me. And that wasn't really working. So I was like, alright, I'm just gonna make my own Discord server, that's the best for everyone. And then Dirklink did the same. And now our two Discord servers are the most active. And Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 and Friends, it's still active, but not nearly as active as it was, because pretty much all the YouTubers, including me, have split off into their own communities. Like Ollie has his own Discord server, Brian and Drelzik has his own Discord server. Of course, there's also the New Elements Discord server. There's now the open... Like, Roller Coaster Tycoon and Friends used to be used for a lot of the open RCT2 development stuff, announcements and stuff, and they're still done there, but OpenRCT2 has developed... OpenRCT2 also has its own Discord server. So that's also moved away to a different server. So where it was like one giant community Discord server, now every little aspect, like sub-community or whatever, has their own server. So the big community server is not as active anymore. Is there still a Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 IRC? I mean, that means, if I remember correctly, that makes no sense grammar-wise. I think you mean something else. Yeah, let's do live measurements and stuff. That should be absolutely still fine on this. I only have one inversion. It does make sense. It doesn't. Or am I just dumb? Which, to be fair, is a possibility. Oh, it only starts measuring from here now. Oh, you meant IRC. Oh, I don't even know what it means. Like internet relay chat or something? I'm not sure. I don't know if there ever was. It's going quite fast in this loop. It's... Okay, yeah, I thought I could do a corkscrew, but I can't. I can do, however, a second loop. Which is nice. Okay, we have some more guests again that we can completely... You know what? I'm gonna go back to stalls again. Where's the research? There's the research. Okay, we just got the Giga Coaster, which is nice. I'm gonna go back to stalls. Let's see if we can unlock the cash machine before the end of the stream. Old internet chat room. Yeah, I'm too young for that. I've never been in any of those. I think. How many hours do you think you have in this game? Good question. A lot. Yeah, I wouldn't know. Because I played through Steam, but if you use OpenRT2, Steam doesn't like count the hours you've played. So I don't know how much I've played OpenRT2, but you know, yeah, thousands easily. Maybe even 10,000. So I don't know. Like, doing this 6 hours a week is already 300 a year. And then, you know, making videos is at least another 10-15 hours a week of having the game open and doing stuff in it. And then a couple of years ago, I used to play a lot. So, you know. On Twitch it looks a little different, but there's a variation where it looks like that. Wait, it looks what? Why does the stream chat disappear when you post to YouTube? The little on-screen is annoying and it disappears too fast. Well, the on-screen is the only thing you can get when I post to YouTube, because this, the actual stream chat is just on Twitch. I could probably get one that disappears not as fast, but I could change that. RC2 is probably the game I played most as well. I don't know if I've played RCT more than Minecraft, to be honest. Like, it was especially, yeah, 2012, 2013, I probably played Minecraft a lot more than RCT. But then again, I've been playing RCT on and off for, you know, since 20 years ago. Which is about double the time I've been playing Minecraft. So there's definitely a point in favor of RCT. And there have been times where I've not really been playing Minecraft, like like in 1.17, I barely played Minecraft at all. Like a few times I opened the game and did some little tests for some new fun, like a new fun snapshot that came out or something like that. But other than that, I didn't really play it. Thank you for the follow, GameCube Dude. Or is it GameCubed Ood? Oh, either of the two. Ah, you can suddenly make it quiet. I think it's just not long enough. We got 2.80 lateral Gs. Yeah, it's 1113 meters. That's not long enough. So you know what? Helix time! Stop! Helix time! And then we go down again. And then we are blocked. Do I need to make station even shorter? Okay, you know what? I'll do that and that. No, 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 and that 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 and that. All so close. Oh no, wait! I did do it right. There we go. Oh, I can only have one train. I thought I could still have two trains. Well, it's fine. It's fine. It's GameCube dude, but honestly I don't care what you call me as long as it's obvious what you mean. I mean, I was just making a joke, you know. Obviously it's GameCube dude. Very important question, how do you like your burger? What do you mean? I mean, I know you mean like burger, like food, but what do you mean with how do you like? Like, I like McDonald's burgers. Or do you mean like on a grill, or what do you like on it? And I don't really usually make my own burgers. Whenever we do barbecue, you just eat the hamburger, like, naked. Well, with some kind of sauce, but not usually, like, we don't usually make a hamburger from it. So I don't really know. I'm not enough into meat and stuff to have a preference for that. I don't know enough about that. Okay, let's build a flying coaster. That's such a Dutch thing to do, to have a hamburger without bread. Is it? I never thought about that. I've never had mushroom on a burger, I think. Oh, there goes the merry-go. No, that's the magic carpet. The merry-go carpet! Mushrooms are nice on burgers. Maybe I should try sometime. I'm kind of building it like... for a second I thought I was building an inverted coaster, but I'm not. I can't now go into a half loop. That's not how this coaster type works. Let's do that a bit differently. Is the advertising running? No. Let's make sure that we have advertising running, because I constantly need new guests to squeeze money out of. You see, this is also why this scenario is fairly difficult, because it's not like I'm building the coasters a lot bigger than they need to be. I'm not spending, like, a lot more on coasters than I need to, yet I still barely have enough money, and I'm overcharging, like, a lot. I'm charging the most I can. And I'm still barely making enough money. So, that's why this scenario is difficult. You know, when I get the cash machine, it'll turn into way too much money easily, like quickly. But it takes a while to unlock a cash machine, especially as you're also researching coasters as well. You need more coasters, because you only start out with like 6 or so. Lettuce on a burger is overrated. I do like some greenery on it. Crafting recipe: raw bread, raw beef plus bread plus beetroot. Beetroots are pretty useless in Minecraft. I think you might be able to get some emeralds for them if you trade them with villagers, but other than that, like, they're a pretty useless food source. They're ugly, and I don't know, what are you gonna do with them? I just don't like beetroots. Awesome part. Well, thank you. I'm glad the magic carpet is fixed, because I like the music. Hire a bit more staff. I only have 5 mechanics. Let's do some entertainers. Beetroot on a burger is an Aussie thing. Ah. Beetroot, I think that's like rode bieten, right? Like red beets. Last time I had... If that is rode bieten, then last time I had it, I hated it. So yeah, not for me. Rood beta. That sounds like Swedish or something. Do you love me some Dutch apple pie? Oh, Dutch apple pie is the greatest. There is no greater apple pie than Dutch apple pie. I haven't had any other, but there can't be any greater, because it's Dutch apple pie. It's the greatest apple pie possible. Oh, thank you for the 3 months, Brigitte Barbie. Like, I saw someone complain about raisins in Dutch apple pie on Reddit a few days ago. And I'm like, those are amazing. Has that coaster already been named? This flying coaster? No. Only a few have been named so far. I need money. I'm still making about like 15, 16k a month, which is a lot more than you know, I did when I charged not enough. Name already for your jokes. Call this one P. Terry's, please. Alright. Peter. Yeah, there we go. Let's actually get the life stats thingy-majing. We have time, because I need to wait for money anyway. Because I'm poor. Ooh, I need to advertise. I don't have enough money for all the ads. I don't care. I'll have enough money by the time I get to the last ad. Because they're not very expensive. There we go. I have enough money now. I need to actually... Oh, I need to select a ride. That's what I did wrong. I'm up in... DFW. Is that Dallas Fort Worth? I'm not too familiar with all, like, American abbreviations. Okay, I did get one right. I heard that in a flying coaster, being, like... having the track right side up, like not inverted, is more an uncomfortable position. Yet most of my track here is non-inverted. Like it's supposed to only be like the station or short little bits that are non-inverted. That's what I heard, but that's not how I built them. So too bad. I'm surprised you knew that. Well, I am a geography nerd and I know a lot about geography, so... I've probably seen that abbreviation before, but even if I hadn't, I might have been able to make the connection. I'm out of money again. I'm also a geography nerd. Nice. Geography is just fun to learn, you know. And you know what the nice thing is about being a geography nerd as opposed to being a roller coaster tycoon nerd? Well, I am both, but the nice thing about being a geography nerd is that the stuff you're learning about is real. Which means that, you know, if I say, for example, did you know that, you know, this coaster has these set requirements and, you know, whatever random facts, then most people that don't care about Roller Coaster Tycoon won't care at all. But when you go like, you know, did you know that the deepest point in the ocean is the Mariana Trench at 11 kilometers, almost, then, well, that's a fairly well-known fact. But, you know, facts like that, then people will be like, oh, that's cool. Or another one that's less well-known is when you say, did you know that the Pacific Ocean is so big that it has its own antipodes in it? Now, if you don't know what an antipode is, it's a point that's exactly opposite another point on Earth. So if you start somewhere off the coast of Chile, and then you dig straight down, like through the middle of the Earth, you will still be in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of Vietnam. I think. Somewhere there. Which is pretty amazing. Did you see the Tonga volcano from the satellite? Yes. Oh, you know what's really cool? I saw a graph of the air pressure as measured in the Netherlands, which is, you know, almost pretty much exactly the opposite of the world of Tonga. And also the air pressure. And while it was mostly behaving normally, you know, it was going down all morning, suddenly it went like very sharply up and then very, very sharply down. Like in a few minutes we lost a couple of bars. And then it went up again to the previous like value it was at. And that was because of Tonga, of that explosion. The other side of the world. Which I found just so cool. And, you know, I'm not an expert on air pressure or anything, but I do know a bit about it because air pressure is very important in speed skating, and you know, as things are important in your hobbies, you tend to learn about them. So I do know a little bit about it, and like what standard air pressure values are in the Netherlands and stuff. But I found that so very interesting. 2 people died in tsunami in Peru, originated from Tonga, 10,000 kilometers away. Well, that's sad, but also really cool. I was going through the rabbit hole of map porn yesterday, a lot of cool stats. Yeah, well, you do have to always be careful in map porn, because there are a lot of terrible maps there which are either inaccurate. And I tend to notice those whenever it's like stats about the European Union or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, no, the stat for the Netherlands is entirely wrong. But there are some really cool maps there. I think we're long enough now, by the way. Let's go back to the station. Perfect. Okay, ads are gone again. Let's get some more guests. And that. And yep. And the last one. Awesome. Let's test this one. You know what's even more amazing is when Krakatoa exploded in 1883, which is a volcano, well, which was a volcano, between the islands of Java and Sumatra in Indonesia. You could hear that explosion more than 3,000 kilometers away in Australia. Like, hear it. Hear the explosion. And they could measure waves, like not in the air, but in the water, in the English Channel later on. From the explosion of Krakatoa in Indonesia. Now that's true madness. And the sound wave traveled the world like 7 times. It might have been the loudest sound heard during recorded human history. I've heard that as well. I don't know if it's true, but yeah, it might be true. But the Tambora, like the Tambora, dang it, what's it called? Like not an explosion, but you know, when the Tambora volcano went off in 1815, that caused a lot more death, and it's also considered a heavier volcano eruption. That's the word I was looking for. It's also like you had like the VEI scale for volcano eruptions, and whereas Krakatoa was like only a 6, I think Mount St. Helens was a 5. Tambora 1815, so about 70 years before Krakatoa, was a 7, and it's the only recorded 7 in human history. But that wasn't as loud as a noise. It didn't explode as loud, I think, but it did cause more death. There are reports of people hearing the explosion from Tonga all the way in Anchorage, 9,000 kilometers away. Was it that loud? I might need to read up on some of the things. 8 excitement rating, that's higher than I expected. Flying Coaster has surprisingly good stats. Actually, that was hundreds of kilometers across. That's big. Loving what I'm seeing right now, thank you. I think we got 8 coasters done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. We need 2 more. And we are slowly getting a lot of guests. We don't have the cash machine yet now, do we? No. Sunglasses stall. I think we need 2 more after this. The Vesuvius. I don't know what the Vesuvius was. But the Vesuvius didn't kill that many people. Like, it may have buried a village, but I don't know, Krakatoa did a lot more than that. There are super volcanoes that could pop, like Yellowstone. Yeah, Yellowstone could pop, but Yellowstone is not going to, like, pop tomorrow. We'll have advanced warning of when Yellowstone is going boom. So you don't really have to worry about it. At least that's what I've read about it. Yeah, the Vesuvius destroyed Pompeii. That with village, I was referring to Pompeii, but it's not like that wasn't as big as I think that Krakatoa did, for example. Isn't there a whole San Andreas fault overdue for a massive earthquake? Yeah, I've heard that as well. Is the ATM in every single RCT2 map? I don't know. It's in a lot, at least. It might be every single one. That's a good question. Advertising campaign's over. Let's do more. We're slowly getting more guests. Which is odd, because it's not like... It must be due to the advertising, because it's not like they're staying in the park for longer. Because they're still getting broke at the same time. Let's get the right life measurement thingies. You know, the Giga Coaster is one of those coasters that you easily build really, really tall, so it's not the one that you just get enough length on really easily. As long as you got the money, which I don't really, to be honest. Have you guys not seen Don't Look Up? Even if we know about Yellowstone 1 year in advance, we're still screwed. I've heard about Don't Look Up. Is that like a pessimistic movie about the climate and stuff? Like, the climate, we're going to be fine. That doesn't mean I'm a climate change denier, because I know it will kill a lot of people, which is, you know, not particularly great. But humanity as a whole will be fine, I think. And even if humanity dies out, the Earth will be perfectly fine. The Earth doesn't care if people are on it. The Earth isn't a thing. Like human life might not be fine, but life will be fine. We could fly to Mars. If within the next 200 years all human life on Earth will be dead, then all human life will be dead. I don't trust that in less than 200 years we will have viable, self-sustaining colonies not on Earth. We might have people living not on Earth, but I don't think they will be self-sustaining. It's more so a film satirizing our tendency to deny and politicize scientific truth. Ah, that makes sense. Do you think Russia is attacking soon? There's not really a appropriate topic for this live stream, is it? So I'm not going to answer that. Also, I don't know enough about it to answer it in the first place. Don't worry, the giant space turtle of the flat Earth will save us. I hope so. We went from first flight to the moon in under 100 years without real computing powers. Yeah, but that's, you know, just going somewhere isn't living there. Like, living on the moon, you need to have, like, actual self-sustaining for forever is quite difficult. I don't think that's going to happen soon. Like, you can go somewhere and take enough food and stuff to go to the moon and live there for a month. That'll be fine. I'm talking about living there somewhere, like living on the moon for years, decades. Which I think is a lot more difficult. And not only that, self-sustaining, like a self-sustaining population on the moon would not only have to be, like, people would have to be able to live there, that also includes reproduction. So we would have to have a big enough and diverse enough genetic population to, you know, not die out from incest, basically. if Earth goes boom boom. You will live to see science beyond human comprehension. I disagree. Because by the time that science is there, it's humans comprehend it. Like, currently, flight, like airplanes, like an Airbus 380 or whatever, is not that difficult to comprehend by humans. Like, I don't know how it all works, the physics of it, but I can easily comprehend that, you know, the wings generate lift and stuff. But 300 years ago, that was pretty much impossible to comprehend. What do you think is the funniest geographical name in the Netherlands? Well, Seksbieren is a classic. I mean, sex, beer and rum. Which are basically the same words in the Netherlands, just spelled slightly different. Only beer. Well, technically sex is spelled with KS in the Netherlands, not with an X. But not in Seksbieren. Anyway, Hongerige Wolf is pretty funny, which means hungry wolf. You have Poopershoek, which means Pooper's Corner. There are a lot of them. There's Death Silent, Dood Still, which means like super quiet, like not a noise. Rectum is always funny. Let's see, we have Nederland. Which is in Nederland. Like, we have a village called Nederland, but our country is also called Nederland. We also have a village called Amerika, which is even spelled the English way with a C. Is it long enough already? No, we're at 884, but I am out of money. Oh yeah, there used to be a town in Australia called Fucking, which is now called Fugging, with 2 G's instead of a CK. I think there's also a German town called Kissing. Might also be Austrian. Why do you have a place named America? I have no idea. Does Holland have more sex shops than America? No. I can guarantee you no. Maybe per capita, but not in total. I don't know. I've never been to one, and I've never really seen one either, but I've not really looked out for them. I did once accidentally walk through the red light district of Groningen. Well, it's one street. Basically, it was a couple of years ago. I was playing Pokemon Go. You know, it's probably summer of 2016. I was playing Pokemon Go, and there was like some Pokemon on the next street over. And I wasn't too familiar with every street in the center yet. And I was, you know, I thought, hey, I can take this street as a shortcut to the other street. And I was walking through there, and I just saw a lot of scantily clad women in the windows. And I felt quite awkward. I just basically looked down and just got out of there as quickly as I could. Ask a geography question. Alright, go ahead. What's the smallest city in the Netherlands? I don't know. Is it? I think Meppel is technically a city. It's not that big. It's like 20,000. Maybe that's the smallest. Honestly, I wouldn't really know. Okay, we're currently at 11:44, so let's get back to the station. It's Staverden with 30 people. Really? Staverden. I've never heard of that. 30 people. That's why, you know, some people, especially my stepdad's good at that. He doesn't call, like, for example, Emmen a city. Not because it's not big enough. Emmen has like, I don't know how many people, but like about 100,000, I think. Which in the Netherlands is easily big enough for a city. But because it doesn't have city rights. That's not the modern definition of a city anymore. The modern definition is basically anything we deem big enough to be a city. And city rights are dumb. Emmen even has a zoo. Emmen has a crappy zoo. 4269. Well, of course. Around 4269. Are they still in the park? They are not. We have 4271. Which is the closest. But yeah, the zoo in Emmen is pretty crappy. It tries to merge a zoo and a theme park. It doesn't work. I don't like it. I don't like it. I really dislike it. They killed my favorite zoo. It used to be my favorite zoo when I was young. I went a lot. But then they moved to the outskirts of the city instead of the center. And they already had a bit there for like years and years and years. But that was always fine. But the zoo in the center was great. Then they moved a whole bit to the outskirts of the city. And now it's bad. They try to be flashy, and you know, it's called Wildland, and it's flashy and it's cool, and it's just not zoo-y anymore, I think. It doesn't have a classic zoo. Oops, we're gonna have lateral G problems. Fairly big ones, I think, as well. Well, yeah, 3.23. That ain't good. Okay, you know what? Let's put in some brakes. I think I can put in brakes here. Burgerzoo Arnhem used to be amazing. Used to? Did they also get like a big renovation or something which screwed it up? Hang on, why doesn't this align? Okay, now it does. That's dangerous. There we go. What do you think is the best zoo now then? Well, the best I've been to is... I only went there for the first time this summer with my brother. Is Diergaarde Blijdorp in Rotterdam. Did you search for 444 No, I missed that. They're not in the park. But yeah, I've been to Beekseberg, it's pretty cool as well. I've been to pretty much all of the major zoos in the Netherlands now that I've had Blijdorp. Yeah, Diergaarde Blijdorp was really, like... I might have preferred it over the old zoo in Emmen, nor the Dierenpark. If that was still a thing. Which I just complained about it isn't, but... You know, Blijdorp is really, really, really good. You know what causes objective selection to not show all the possible objectives? Bug? I don't know. Alright, let's see if... 2.94. I can live with that. I can live with that. Because we'll probably still not have over 10 intensity. It'll probably still be fine. If not, I'll put in some more brakes somewhere. 4554. Alright. And down they go. Oh, not yet. Down they go. Ah, you see? 9.81 intensity. With a penalty, we're still fine. That's amazing. And more ads, please. There we go. Alright, we need one more coaster. Do we already have a cash machine? We do! Cash machine. Cash machine. Cash machine. Cash machine. Cash machine. Cash machine. More of them. More. 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 I want them everywhere. Like right next to the exit. I don't think that's connected. No, it is not. It's not even a straight bit of path. Well, there then. And there. And there. And there. And there. And there, of course. Everywhere! How big was the radius again? 20 tiles. I want more. I don't need this many, but it's just fun. 20 tiles. Now, the radius is 10. Diameter is 20. Now the guests should stop leaving. And our money made per month should go up. So we did 24 last month, which was already quite good. But hopefully it's higher now. Hopefully still advertising. Right next to the exit, people are one step away from leaving, think, hey, cash machine, let's get some more cash and spend some more money. Yeah, basically, that's how that works. Any idea what the max money per hour is in RCT? Well, my record is... Well, per hour I don't know, but my record in a month is about 573,000. Per hour on a ride would be 20 times the maximum number of guests on a ride. And I think the highest I've gotten there is about 13,000. Which so that would be 260,000 an hour. Which was actually in the same park. Yeah, we need one more ride. I kind of want a hyper twister for that, so let's go to coasters again. See if the next one is a hyper twister. And meanwhile, I just want to see how much money we make this month. We're already at about... You see, this is a threshold that I sometimes pay attention to. Currently, it's the 11th of July, and we're at about 11,000. So that's 1,000 a day. Which is a nice threshold. It comes to about 30,000 a month. And currently we're slightly, well, we're about on it. Let's see if we can break that. July has 31 days, so we got more than 31,000. What's the most useless RCT fact you know? Oh, hang on. I had an interesting one written down somewhere. Let me quickly look it up. Because there was some real useless one. He should be here. Oh, yeah, that was a good one. The average length of all the looping coaster pre-builds is 721.3 meters. I think that's pretty useless. To be honest, I didn't know it by heart. I just had it written down somewhere. Don't ask me why. I could give you a few more. But, yeah, I like me some useless facts. Why? I said don't ask me and I'm not going to answer it. Okay, you know what? No queue line for you. In RCT 1 or 2? 2. We're definitely over the 1k a month mark already. And... There's another one. The Diamond Heights scenario contains exactly 279 pieces of path. How many coasters are missing? I need one more, but I'm basically waiting for the hyper twister because I like that. I just can build like a massive one on top of everything, which is fun. The roller coaster Haven scenario contains exactly 426 redwood trees. Is the Giga Coaster unlocked in this scenario? I wonder whether the Giga Coaster is unlocked. I wonder. I wouldn't know. Let's see. Can we zoom in even further? Come on. No HUD. Yeah, big letters. Big letters. This is peak RCT. What the hell are we? Is it the flying coaster? I think this is the flying coaster. Because that color. What's this? It is... I don't know what this is. Is this the wild mouse or something? Let's zoom out. Let's see what that is. Oh, it's the wooden coaster support. There we go. Thank you for the bits, Dalunen. I had no idea what that was. I was pretty sure the first thing was the... yeah, that was definitely the flying coaster. Because it's pretty much the only thing that has that color. Zooming in a lot like that is fun. But yeah, by the way, we do have indeed the Giga Coaster unlocked. In case you still missed that. Okay, 35k already. I mean, you can just see it. It's like 18, 21, 23, 24. Because, you know, was advertised, slowly got more gas. 35 because cash machines. This shows you nicely how overpowered cash machines are. I don't think I've demonstrated it in like an actual playthrough or anything this clearly. Let's see, I got some more useless fact. Ah, yes, the longest scenario name in the game is Asia Great Wall of China Tourism Enhancement with 46 characters. Oh, and the longest name of a color is dark olive brown with 14 letters and 2 spaces. You should make a video about useless RCT facts. Why do you think I have those facts written down? I actually wrote those down during the summer. It's quite a long time ago. Hey, what's up? Indifferent... Hang on, indifferentification. That's a hell of a name. Am I right in saying there's an element limit in RCT where you can't place any more right elements? Yes, it is about 100... Well, technically 196,096, I think, in the originals. But it's, I think... only about 130,500 practically. But now it's much higher. Now it's like 15 million practically in OpenRCT2. Have you ever heard of the band Insnia Stockholm? No. Okay, what will the next ride be? We don't know yet. Ooh, we got a fruity ice stall. I quite like that. I like this stall. It's very... This might be my favorite stall. It's so RCT. Especially now that we can paint it again, which is fun. You used to be able to do it in RCT1. This fruity ice stall is so RCT1. And it's so lovely. I love it. I love it. I love it. What will be a good monthly ride ticket income for a park with that size? How big is this park? Okay, that's about... well, between a third and a quarter of this park. So, not very big. I think that's about Forest Frontiers area, probably. I don't know. Really depends on the rides that you get. Do you get a cash machine? That's also quite important. Oh, thank you for the sub, Hypnoba. By the way, I'm gonna try to gift subs again. Because I still owe the chat 2 subs, but it didn't work previously. And I don't know why. No, it still won't work. If I got, you know, I'll Google it after the stream. And I'll do it next stream if I figure out why. We're suddenly really rich. I can even pay back the loan. We made 37k in July. It's madness. You see how much difference cash machines make. And now we're also, you can also see that in the number of guests. Guests are no longer leaving because they're broke. And you can see that we're suddenly, the number of guests is going up really fast. Send me money and I'll gift it for you. Yeah, and then you're charging like 20 a sub, right? I'll figure it out. I'm gonna do this myself. Let's see, is there any other interesting stats? Oh, you almost have 69 rides and attractions, which is nice. Park rating has been perfect for a long time. I like the name. Radiation da. Because radiation danger doesn't fit. You can also see this here. Look at this cache. Look at it. It's just going up so fast suddenly. How did it come to you having gifted? I set a little challenge, which was just putting some lyrics into Google, which, yeah, I was hoping no one would do that. It would take longer for people to figure out the name of a song I was singing, but I set the reward of 2 subs, which isn't a lot anyway, so that's fine. But what would be a good goal? If you have Cash Machine and like a few good rides, depends on how difficult you want it to be. Like 10k is very doable. 20k or 30k would be fairly difficult. How big's the soft guest cap? 2300. Exactly. Marcel, I asked a geo question. I missed that, unfortunately. Let me scroll up. Sorry. What's the longest geographical name in the world? That New Zealand place, probably. Or is it the official name of Bangkok? Does that count? We got Twister trains, but that's the same as the Floorless coaster. I think. So that won't count. Okay, what other coaster can we easily build? Oh, we could just do a big-ass multi-dim. It's not Glanfair stuff. The New Zealand place is definitely longer. Okay, where shall I put the station? Yeah, that's a good place. But I know Bangkok has like a super long, like super uber duper long official name. Is there a town in England with a long name? Well, the Glanfair is in Wales. I don't know of any in England with a long name. Tamahata Watangangi Hangwakau Otameta Turi Pukakapiki Manga Horo Nuku Pokai Venua Kitinahahu. Yeah, that's the New Zealand one. I didn't know it by heart, but I do recognize it. Translates to English as the place where Tamatea, the man with the big knees who slid, climbed and swallowed mountains known as Land Eater, played his flute to his loved one. Yeah, just basically those super long names are like, hey, look at what we can do. Like Glanfair was also just a publicity stunt, basically. Alright, let's get for the last time this stream. Live ride measurements. Multi-dim. And, you know, it's pretty much the only thing I ever do with the multi-dim is, like, do this element. I mean, usually I go straight up again, which I do a little bit different now, I suppose, but you end up doing a lot of the same things with the multi-dim. You don't have a lot of variety in it. It's a shame, to be honest. Ah, that's Bangkok. Yeah, that's insanely long. This will also be the 69th ride. I think it will. Yes. Which is nice. Build the Green Lantern coaster. I have no idea what that is. I think I've heard of it before, but I wouldn't know what it looks like, what coaster type it would be. So, that's not gonna happen. Ask a geography question, alright. Oh, there's... Long German words are easy. I mean, you can also do long Dutch words, like... Vrachtwagen, ventiel, dopjes, fabrikantenbazen of zoiets. Something like that. You know, a classic one is arbeidsongeschiktheidsverzekering, which is a real word that we use, you know, not in everyday speech, but fairly often. Aansprakelijkheid waardoor vaststellingsveranderingen. Yeah, something like that. The Netherlands is the second most densely populated country in the EU. What's number 1? I don't think Belgium is more densely populated. I don't think Luxembourg is either. Isn't... We aren't number 1. That's interesting. It would be some kind of tiny micronation. But I didn't know any of them were in the EU. I know Vatican isn't in the EU. It uses euros, but it's not in the EU. It can't be in the EU because it's a monarchy. Or well, absolute monarchy. And absolute monarchies can't be in the EU. It's an elected absolute monarchy, but it's still an absolute monarchy. So it's not the Vatican. Oh, I thought I was higher than this track, but I'm not. Isometric strikes again. We are number 1. There's something like... I don't know exactly how the melody goes. Something like that. Switzerland? No, definitely not. Want a hint? Sure. I thought we were the most densely populated non-microstate in the European... in Europe. It's Malta? Damn Salvation says Malta. 516,000. I know Luxembourg has roughly that. Is it Luxembourg? Oh, it's Malta. Okay, so it is Malta. I didn't know Malta was EU. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Cactus Jet. Okay, is this thing long enough yet? 9:15. We're getting there. We're getting there. Greetings from California. Greetings back to California. Alright, little helix. I have a feeling this one's going to be too intense. But we'll see. Is this helix long enough to get us to the length we need? Well, we'll see. And that. This is a long station I've built here. Well, let's test it. Let's build some Patherinos. And Corkscrew Coaster 1 is in the way. Building path, destroying scenery and building path. Anyone ever been to Liechtenstein? I haven't. Thank you for the follow, Goblin Respecter. I've been to a few microstates. I've been to Andorra. I've been to Luxembourg, if that counts as micro. I've been to San Marino. I've been to the Vatican. I've been to... I think that's actually all I've been to. I've never been to a tiny island. Well, I've been to tiny islands, but not tiny island nation. Like, I've been to Tenerife. Like, actually on holiday, which is tiny. Alright, let's actually block this exit line. It's too long. There we go. Ever been to North America? No, I've never been in a country that's not in Europe. I have been to Africa, but that's only because the Canary Islands are technically African, geographically seen. I mean, they belong to Spain, but they are African. What size does an island have to be so that it's no longer considered an island? Well, anything that's larger than Greenland. It's entirely arbitrary. But that's what we've picked, and that's what's pretty much internationally recognized. Oh, thank you for the gifted subs, Dalonen. I appreciate that. Okay, here comes the moment of truth. Marcel is going to increase the change of speed and then retest the ride, because it's going to have to be retested anyway. Oh, thank you for the follow as well. Let's see if we... It was going quite fast through some of these small helixes, so I didn't pay too close attention to that. Maybe it's going too fast, but yeah, we'll see. We're close to 100. So that's dangerous. It's a very dangerous game I'm playing there. But I think we should just about be fine. We are the next guest to come into the park. Alright, that's... whoops. Hang on. Mr. Pink there. There we go. Is that him? No, that's the Mr. Pink. Hang on, which one is it? It is 7961. Bye-bye. Okay. I wonder, it is long enough, but is it... Will this give us the goal? I'm just gonna already, you know, make it a nice shot. When the stats will calculate it... No, it will not, it's too intense. Alright, I'm just gonna get rid of the last inversion then. It should be fine. You know what, let's get rid of these two. Just do, I don't know, a few hitty bits. I was gonna do like a lot of helixes and then, no. Alright, see ya, Arsenal. Yeah, Australia is absolutely massive. Australia is about the size of the continental, like the contiguous 48 of the USA. Alright, and then collect this back. Fire all my staff as a last ditch effort to make me lose. Like, just to emphasize how fast I'm making money now, I have 80k in the bank, almost. It's absolutely ridiculous how overpowered cash machines are. I mean, we made 47k in September. Just look at this money. And I built a big expensive coaster and my money just basically didn't go down. Hang on, did I also have entertainers? Yeah, I also need to fire those. I might have accidentally not fired them the previous time, I'm not sure. This is madness. I mean, look at the guest count, it's just going up. It's just crazy how overpowered cash machines are. And this very nicely shows it. You can't deny it. I'm not sure if this is long enough. We had 150 meters to spare and I think this version is slightly shorter. But, you know, I think it's about 1250 or so. Should be long enough anyway. We'll see. The advertisements are ending nice in time. I mean, we're already up to 90k. Do we still... No, we still don't have the Hyper Twister. Well, that would have been too long of a wait anyway then. 1318. Okay, that's still quite a bit above what we need. It's just madness. Now it's a ghost town. It's madness. Like, we might be going over 50k this month. Yeah, whenever it rolls over to the next day, we should beat it. Unless I did something wrong. I think I did something wrong. Do I have enough? Let's click on all of them. Maybe one is too intense or something, or not long enough. Let's see. Yeah, these are 10 rides that are supposed to, you know, be the 10. Alright, let's see. Multi-dimension coaster. 7 and 1318. Vertical drop coaster. 8 and 1353. Giga coaster. 867 and 1279. Corkscrew coaster. It's probably the excitement somewhere that I forgot to check. 722. 1190. Oh! Corkscrew coaster isn't long enough. It's 2 meters short. Lol. Let's see if the others are right though. Inverted coaster 767 1402. Spiral coaster 755 1228. Wooden Wild Mouse 1422. My Wooden Wild Mouse is my longest ride, I think. Yeah, the Wooden Wild Mouse is the longest ride of them all. Hurry, Marcel, I want to go to sleep. Yeah, me too. I've been streaming like an hour longer than I usually do. Where can I... You know what, I can add 2 meters here. Whoops, wrong way. Let's see, that's an helix. Up. So then we just do that. Oh, all the way around. I'm building backwards now. I think. Yes. Okay, that should work. It should be about 7 meters longer than it was. Let's fast forward through this. Okay, anytime now. There we go, 1206. Anytime now. Park rating is going down. Oh, there we go, we've just beaten it. With 123k in the bank. We made 58,000 in October. I keep being stunned by that. No, thank you, Slime. It just took a bit longer than I expected. Imagine if I didn't raise the prices. We did it in a little over 4 years. Well, let's see if I can find someone to raid. That was a fun stream. And it's funny, because usually I get a bit tired or an hour earlier, but... Oh, Brian is still streaming. When I have a goal to focus on, I can stream for quite a bit longer. Alright, let's raid Brian and Drelzik. Thank you very much for watching. It's quite easy to have Dutch apple pie. It's almost midnight. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Have a good night. Have fun at Brian's stream. And yeah, thank you very much for tuning in and watching me beat. We still have over 200 viewers. That's a lot. Thank you all for tuning in and watching me beat Ghost Town. And I'll see you later. Bye bye.